And we can do it this year. So looking forward to it. It's a big anniversary for us, and as we start our, I believe it's our 12th season coming up with this 12th broadcast.
Yeah, and
you guys are getting old.
Yeah, well, some of us are in our late teens already right now. Yeah. It all started too, Rick. The MSO, more stuff online, and then MSO News Sports. It all started with trying to save the Salem Beverly game after WESX left. Isn't that right?
Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that up. Kept it going, and then I think it was the Beverly station came in and did it a couple of years, but we did keep it going, and so many of those games over the years, my goodness, and they were so many times, Bill. You remember they were for the NEC title, and the incredible matchups between and Ken Perrone of Beverly and Salem. The pageantry and the pomp and the giant crowds and everything, it was tremendous, and I don't think there's anything quite like it. Thanksgiving Day football, and you guys were all right. Doesn't matter what the record is. It's a great day for everybody to get out there.
Marty, Tim.
It is. And it's funny. We were at the Tewksbury game, broadcasting that one. The part of the stands were closed, and the fans, because it was a very good crowd, were ringing the fence around the field, and it had a Thanksgiving Day feel to it when you get a lot of alumni coming back, and fans of the kids that are playing and family members, and the seating, which is more limited now at the stadium because generally only have one side, but even at Beverly at Hurt Stadium, I mean, both sides would be filled, and they'd be 4 deep around the fence, all the way around the field, and it really only occurs at a Thanksgiving Day game, and there's such a feeling of nostalgia when you see that happen. And that was my first thought as I saw people ringing the fence at Tewksbury.
I think if we get a good weather day on Thanksgiving this year, you'll see a good crowd there. And as Tim just mentioned, there's only stands on one side, so the people, if it's rainy, there's not going to be a lot of place for people. But if it's a decent day, we'll see the people out on the grass on what used to be the home side of Hurt Stadium. And I think this is the first time in that facility and the start of a new tradition for people.
Yeah,
Marty, you did some Beverly Salem games too, didn't you?
Yes. Yep. When I was working a little further up the dial, starting in '84, I worked for them for 5 or 6 years before going to work with you guys.
Right. Okay, yeah, those are just great games. I don't think it's anything quite like it, but I forget who I was talking to. Oh, Jeff Hutton. Was it Jeff? Yeah, Jeff Hutton was telling us that down in New Jersey, when he came to Beverly and was coaching in Beverly, he's the Manchester Essex coach, of course. When he was coaching at Beverly, he said everybody was just ranting and raving about the 100th game of Beverly Salem and so on. He said at his high school that was like 20 years before, so they have an even longer tradition of they're even older than we are, I guess.
Well, I'll tell you what. When I went to Maryland to teach, one of my first questions was, "Who are you guys playing on Thanksgiving?" And they said, "Thanksgiving." Our season's over for like 2 or 3 weeks. So they don't even have a Thanksgiving tradition in a lot of other states. Massachusetts in this area is unique in the fact that we play on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I agree. And when I worked in Central and Northern Western New York, it was already on to hockey by this time of the year.
Yeah, absolutely. And I know one of the things I remember too, Rick, when you and I used to do the Salem Beverly games for so many years when it was Perrone versus Hamer, it was on Thanksgiving Day. We got there so early. We were like the first ones there, or one of the first few people there, and it could be cold, it could be snowy, it could be icy, and then later on, you all of a sudden you'd realize around kickoff time that the crowd had a different sound. It was more like being at a major league event opposed to the high school sounds or crowd that you might hear from Saturday to Saturday or Friday night to Friday night. It had a different sound to it because there were just so many people at those games back in the 80s.
Well, even now you get that. That's an interesting observation because so many people for them, many of course are high school football fans and supporters, but many are not. Many it's just part of their holiday tradition to go out and have a reunion and go out and watch this game and give your opinion or whatever and root for the home team. And it's part of it's just part of so many families and so on. It's just part of their holiday tradition to kick off the holidays, I guess. I think it's interesting. We didn't have that in Texas. We didn't have the Thanksgiving Day thing, and it's pretty cool. And what I do, I've got a bunch of interviews that we'll be posting, of course, and I always ask the coaches what their Thanksgiving Day game is like, their Thanksgiving Day is like, what their routine is, and it's just part of beginning the holiday season.
Yeah. Marty or Tim, anything else to add?
Just have a good Thanksgiving.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to have all the listeners out there, and go and support your hometown team, and hopefully the game will end up in your favor.
All right, sounds good. And what I just want to remind folks is that on Channel A on Thanksgiving, we'll have the English Classical game, plus we'll have Marty reporting from Beverly, and we'll have John Squires reporting from Swampscott, and then all the scores from all the other games as well on Channel A, and then on Channel B will be the radio broadcast of the video. We'll have live streaming video of the Danvers Gloucester game, and that looks to be a great matchup this Thanksgiving. You'll be able to watch it live on Thanksgiving. So those of you in the kitchen, just bring the iPad in or the laptop or whatever and enjoy Thanksgiving football, probably like never happened before. I think it'd be unique. So looking forward to that.
Sounds good. Thanks, boys.
Great.
Tim Kearns, Rick Moore, Marty Smith, I'm Bill Newell on MSO News Sports. Happy Thanksgiving. All right. The Porthole Restaurant is a North Shore dining tradition. Enjoy waterfront dining in a casual atmosphere. The Porthole features outstanding quality, quantity, and price. Known for a full variety of menu selections, you must try the award-winning clam chowder, fresh off-the-boat seafood, lobsters, prime rib, steaks and chops, daily luncheon and dinner specials. They feature spacious and well-appointed function rooms. The Porthole, a great value, a great dining experience. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week on the water on the Lynnway in Lynn.
The Lynn Museum, located at 590 Washington Street in the heart of Lynn's emerging downtown cultural district, offers a unique perspective on history as told through the experiences of one of America's most consequential cities. Come this fall and see our newest exhibits, Industry and Craft, People at Work in Lynn, and Collecting for the Objects of Lynn. We're open Tuesdays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m., or online at lynnmuseum.org.
Fact is, including the commute, people spend 10 hours a day at work. No wonder they're forced to buy car insurance in 15 minutes. They just don't have time to go meet with someone. Well, Columbia Insurance has an alternative. The insurance professionals at Columbia Insurance Agency will meet with you at your workplace. Even better, we'll go to the registry and bring your plates back to you at work, free of charge. At Columbia Insurance Agency, we come to you, and we really do. Visit ColumbiaInsuranceAgency.net and set up an appointment today. That's ColumbiaInsuranceAgency.net.
Team up with the Daily Item at itemlive.com, your community information connection. The Daily Item features colorful, timely stories highlighting the North Shore. The New Look page focuses on people, places, and things. The Item is presenting news in a user-friendly format. Don't miss any local news or reading features on your neighbors. Check out The Item today. It's all new every day. For home delivery, call 781-593-7700 or go to itemlive.com. Honeydew's seasonal favorites are finally here. Nothing says fall more on a crisp, cool morning than a hot pumpkin spice or maple cream coffee. Complement these coffee flavors with a tasty pumpkin muffin, deliciously sweet cranberry apple stick, or a freshly baked tart apple cider donut. Visit our locally owned and operated Honeydew Donut Shops located on the Linway and Western Avenue in Lynn, Eastern Avenue in Malden, Canal Street in Salem, and Meridian Street in East Boston. And experience Honeydew's flavors of the fall today.
Good morning and happy Thanksgiving from Dr. Deering Stadium in Danvers. I'm Rick Moore along with Paul Ingram, our producer and engineer Bill Proposki. And happy Thanksgiving. We've got Thanksgiving football today, and it should be an absolute beauty between 8-2 Gloucester and 8-2 Danvers. And get us started this morning. A little music here, I guess. Don't forget over on Channel A, another game as well, as you've got Lynn English versus Lynn. Whoa, Lynn English versus Lynn Classic. Let's bring that down. There we go. Get the right volume here. All right, Coach, both teams warming up down on the field right now with Gloucester down to our left. Danvers in their home blue jerseys down to our right. It's a beautiful day. It's probably high 30s right now. No wind, overcast skies, but this is great football weather for Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, it's very typical of a Thanksgiving Day. And I know the kids are excited to be here. And both teams seem very enthusiastic in their warm-ups anyways, even though neither team will be going to the playoffs. To them, this is a playoff game. It's a very special day, and for most of the seniors, this will be the last time they put on the pads.
And there's a tremendous rivalry between the two schools, Paul. They're not next-door neighbors, but in football especially. A long winning streak for Gloucester. Danvers broke it 2 years ago. Gloucester brought it back against a banged-up Danvers team a year ago that got banged up in the playoffs. And Danvers has been looking forward to this game since last year. And I know that a lot of times you're able to focus on that game when the season is over to get your workouts, your post and preseason workouts.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's developed into a good rivalry, and it has in a lot of sports. I know in hockey it's been, in basketball, and certainly in baseball. So the kids know each other, and I mean, that makes a difference too, you know, and there's that reputation. If you want to win Thanksgiving Day, this means a lot to them. It'll mean a lot to them for the next 50 years. That's true, and it's a very nostalgic thing too, and we hope that you'll tune in on our video. Andrew Nicastro is here, our streamographer. We've got live streaming video this morning, so check it out if you're doing your morning chores, or take a break from the parade and check out the live streaming video and make sure you have us on. So we've got this game coming up. Game will probably start, I'm guessing, a little bit after 10. There's some kind of a ceremony going on where you have to see if we can get more information about that. And, of course, the big news, a couple of starters out, one for each team that's of import. We'll get to that as the morning progresses. And we have both coaches. We'll talk with Gloucester High School football coach Tony Zerilli coming right up, and then we'll check in with Danvers High School football coach Sean Theriault. So high school football coming right up here on Thanksgiving morning, and it's just a beautiful day. We'll be right back with Coach Zerilli.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I want to wish all of our listeners a very happy Thanksgiving Day. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the announcers who week in and week out do such a great job in bringing the action to all of us. Bill Newell, Rick Moore, Tim Kearns work very hard to present the best coverage possible. I also want to congratulate all the coaches and players who are involved, as well as all other people, young and old, in each city and town, who contribute in some way to making this day so special for sports fans across the North Shore. Whatever the game of your choice may be, and whatever its outcome, I hope your day will be filled with pleasant memories spent among family and close friends.
Looking for a reliable place to produce your team's uniforms or your business's corporate apparel? Then Sarkeesian Sportswear is the place for you. Conveniently located on Route 1 South in Peabody, Mass., Sarkeesian Sportswear handles all aspects of your needs, from price quoting to providing visual proofs to production completion. Visit our website, sarkeesiansports.com, to view our monthly specials, vendor catalogs, and to request a quote. Remember, Sarkeesian Sportswear is the place to go.
People come in, take a seat, you're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night, satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
This game is brought to you by the Institution for Savings, your local community bank since 1821, with great rates, great service, and great people. Harrington Trophy, rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years with quality products and service, located in Lynn and at harringtontrophy.com. Moynihan Lumber of Beverly, North Reading, and Plastow, New Hampshire. The Sylvan Street Grill. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill. The Daily Item of Lynn and itemlive.com. Click on their banner on our website to access their respective news and sports coverage.
Time now for Fisherman Forecast with Gloucester football coach Tony Zerilli, brought to you by the Gloucester House Restaurant.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
Okay, Coach, didn't go to the Wakefield game, but I've seen Wakefield many times. I've seen you guys many times, and it came out pretty well for you guys.
Yeah, I thought we played pretty well. That game's always a tough game because it's, you get eliminated, you're out of the playoffs, and you have to try to get up for a game against an opponent you don't really know. So you always wonder going into that game what's going to be, who's going to show up, what kind of attitude your team's going to bring. But I'll tell you, the team we have this year, the kids we have, they just love to play football. So I thought we got great attitude all week out of them. I thought they showed up to play on Friday night, and going up to Wakefield was a good experience. I'd never been there before, and it was a good game. And I think our kids executed well.
Beautiful ballpark, isn't it?
Beautiful stadium, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, one thing. As Patriots fans, we are really spoiled. I spent 40 years watching the Patriots lose, and now every weekend they're in it. You guys have a chance to have a really great season again. And, Tony, at your level, you played at different levels, but at the high school level, it's difficult to win a game, even when you're favored sometimes. But when you're playing a school such as a Wakefield or some of the other teams you guys have played, it's tough. And you're getting these wins. So my point is that you knocked out of the playoffs at that point, but you're still playing competitively in a very rough sport. So it's got to feel good, and the kids do have that pride factor.
Yeah, and football is unlike any other sport. If you don't show up with an attitude, it shows real quick. You can't fake it in football. You're either there to play or you're not. And your play shows quickly. The score shows quickly if you're not there to play. So I think it's an attitude you got to bring every week. And, we've kept telling these kids, it doesn't matter where we are, it doesn't matter who we play, you keep getting better every week, you keep working, getting better. And I think that's kind of the attitude that's persisted through this team all year long, regardless of who we're playing, when we're playing them, where we're playing them, and it's worked out for us so far.
And it carries off the field, too. It carries into everyday life.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, football, I know it did for me at least, teaches you several life lessons. Tells you how to be, diligent in what you do, hardworking, self-sacrifice. Can't do anything by yourself on the football field. It takes 11 people, and sometimes you're running the ball, and sometimes you're blocking for that ball carrier. And that transitions right into life. You're not always going to get all the glory, but you might be behind the scenes doing a lot of the hard work, whether it's your company, your family, whatever it is. And I think football really teaches these kids how to be men and how to go out into the workforce or on to college or whatever they plan on doing. And it really teaches them how to be men. And I think it does that more than any other sport around.
And the key element is teaching. Coach, give me a highlight or two, or maybe an important factor in last week's game, either a turning point or just something that you brings to mind in how you guys played with that game.
Well, I think we played a lot of kids. We against Marblehead we got a little nicked up, and we got these kids back this week. But last week, we went to a game and we moved a lot of pieces around. I think our offensive line saw 3 new starters, a new split end, new wing back. So we had a lot of kids playing out of position. This week we'll get back to what we normally did during the season, but it was good to see those kids step into new roles and excel. Same thing on defense. We had James Nelson, who's a sophomore for us, step into a starting role at the secondary. And I think he had the turning point of the game. We'd stalled back and forth, exchanged punts, and they came out in midfield and went deep, and Nelson was able to undercut the route, pick it off, and return it back down to the 30-yard line. I think that swung the game a little bit in our favor. From that point forward, our offense got rolling a little bit. We put up some points on the board. Our defense, stayed tight and kept their running game down. And I think that play right there, basically turned the table into our favor.
Well, it's a key element, too, because you lose Smith, you pick up Nelson, and you had a starter there for the whole season, and you come up with another sophomore. So that not only picks up him, but picks up the other kids as well. Also, I think, Tony, it's got to show some of your kids who don't play that much that, just stick with it.
Absolutely. At any time, you can be on that field. Nelson's been a backup all year long. He's a sophomore. I mean, that's what sophomores do. But, one injury and you jump in and all of a sudden you're a varsity athlete. Luckily, we have a lot of kids, especially at that age level, at the sophomore age level, that have played varsity sports here. Either it's been basketball or lacrosse. So they got experience actually as freshmen last year at the varsity level. So coming into the football season as sophomores, they already saw what varsity sports was all about, what varsity speed was all about. So I think it's made their transition coming into the football season as sophomores a little bit easier and playing at the varsity level because they've already done that as freshmen at the varsity level in other sports.
Got to go back to the Marblehead game because Coach Rudloff was praising your kids and how your team got his team ready for the next game against North Reading. And, man, did they show that on Friday night.
Yeah, Marblehead's been on our radar for a long time. They've been on our schedule, and it's been circled on our schedule, say that much, for a long time. So our kids came to play that weekend, and there was a don't quit attitude that permeated that whole team all week long, all game long. And I told my guys, listen, we went in at halftime, we were down. I said, I'm not going to quit on you. You don't quit on me. We play to the final whistle, and we will do everything in our power to win this game. And if you guys execute on the field, we will call all the plays, fake punts, fake kicks, whatever we need to do to win this game. And that was kind of the attitude. Don't quit. Play to the last whistle. I won't quit on you. You don't quit on me, and we keep going.
And Marblehead came back resilient against North Reading and just kept coming and coming and coming. And they were dynamite the other night. Yeah. Well, Coach, you have to turn attention now to Thanksgiving. And first of all, we'll talk about the game and then a little bit about what your personal day is like. I like to ask the coaches what they go through, win, lose, or draw. But Danvers, they've had a spectacular season, a very devastating injury to Matt Andreas. Great kid, great athlete, and they've had their share of injuries, as all teams do. Yeah. But a tremendous challenge for you guys.
Absolutely, and let's start with Andreas, first of all. I mean, the kid is a phenomenal player. I remember watching him play as a sophomore, juniors, now a senior, and it's a tremendous tragedy. That it's the senior year, senior captain of that team, and he has to miss Thanksgiving. You hate to see that happen to anybody, let alone a senior captain of the team. So, I'm wishing him the best. I hope he recovers quickly. I know he plays other sports. I'm not sure if he'll be able to, but I wish him the best for that kid. He's a great athlete and a great competitor. Moving on to Danvers, I mean, they're tough, offensively, defensively, and yeah, they're missing their starting running back, but they have a number of athletes, a number of targets they go to, a number of kids that can run the ball, catch the ball, throw the ball. So it's going to be a competitive game. It's going to be a battle. And defensively, they're just as tough as ever. They have a strong defensive line up front, and they have linebackers that seem to just rally to the ball. So it's going to be a tough competition. But that's what Thanksgiving should be about. I think when Coach Terriall took over the Danvers program a few years back, we saw it right away. We saw that every Thanksgiving was going to be a fight from now, until he leaves. So we're expecting a battle. We're expecting a tough fight, and I think our kids are ready for it.
And you lose Andreas, you pick up Taj Coakley. Coakley gets 200 yards, so it is. It's just one weapon after the other. Tony, one thing, and I know I'm keeping you here, so I won't keep this too long. But Matt Williams of the Salem News asked Coach Rudloff the other night after the game, what's the difference this year? Because they had a mission this year and to get past Danvers, and he said the main thing, the big difference was the weight room. And Danvers, Gloucester, and now Marblehead, you guys stay in that weight room all year long.
Yeah, we usually give the kids December off, and we go back as soon as school breaks over, Christmas breaks over. My assistant coaches have been great. They're in there in the weight room starting that first week of January. We in Gloucester, I don't know about those other schools, I'm sure it's the same over there. We really promote other sports. We really want our football players playing 2, if not 3 sports. So it's always a little bit of a tricky as far as the scheduling goes to get the kids in the weight room, but also have them play basketball and wrestling. Wrestling's gotten big here in Gloucester. So wrestling, basketball, hockey, in the springtime you get lacrosse and baseball. So we want our kids competing all year long. We want our kids to be doing those other sports. So it's a combination of that and being in the weight room when they're not, playing another sport or they have time from their other sport. It's just staying on them constantly to get them in there. And you got to. In this day and age, everybody else is doing it, and if you're not, you're falling behind. So we make a big emphasis on that, and also the running program, which we have here in Gloucester that Coach Ladoff runs. Last year he started that in the middle of the winter, really picked it up in the spring. Took a little break, at the end of the spring as those sports were wrapping up, but then, full bore in the summer, all summer long, right into August. So it's a combination of lifting and running and trying to get these kids to compete in other things as well. As I mentioned before, some of these sophomores on this team actually played varsity sports this spring as freshmen, which I think helped them this football season.
Okay, we're going to do a wrap when the season is over, but Tony, what does Thanksgiving personally mean for you? I mean, you've been in football for so long, and I know I've done this for, I don't know, probably 35 or 40 years, and the family is adjusted to it. You leave early in the morning, and then for me, win, lose, or draw, I'm fine, but it's different for coaches. So tell me a little bit about what your day is like.
You're right. So I was thinking about this actually today, because I was thinking about, we always do the luncheon the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And I was thinking about that today, and I was thinking about, I remember when I was the captain of this team, and we had the luncheon at the Gloucester house, and having to get up and speak in front of, all these adults, you're a 17-year-old senior in high school, and you have no idea what you're going to say. And, I was remembering that today on the car ride up here. I don't know why it triggered, something must have triggered it. But it's an exciting day, You wake up early, you get down here, you get ready, you kind of, for me, I get in here, I kind of clean up my locker, get my stuff organized, get my play sheet ready, get out in the gym. We do our final walkthrough of the year. Really talk to the seniors that day, because it's their last time that they're ever going to do that, ever going to put on the pads again. You'll get on the bus or get on the field, whatever, if you're home or away, and it's that, it's that feeling of, this is the last time you're going to do this. This is the last time, and I try to always put my position in as if I was a senior. This is my last game, how would I want to feel? How would I want to approach the game? And I try to approach it that way every year. And then the game goes by. To be honest with you, the game goes by in like half a second. There's so much preparation for it, a week and a half, and then it's gone. And then, you're in the bus ride home, or you're coming back into the locker room, and then it's the final goodbye to the team, because it's the last time you'll really be together, the way you've been all year long. And that's always an emotional time, whether you win or lose. But I also have a young family at home. I got a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old daughter. So once I leave this building, I try to transition out of it. And, I know other coaches don't, whether they win or lose, and other coaches carry it with them for weeks, if not 6 months until the next season starts. I just try to put it behind me and move on, whether we win or lose. But it's an emotional day. It really is. And, we always talk about a family and a brotherhood here, and I treat these kids like they're my little brother sometimes, or, and it's a final day to say goodbye to them. You hope you go out with a win, and you hope to, you keep the trophy in town. But it's definitely an emotional day. And I guess I just try to put myself in their position. What would I want to do as a senior on my last day, last time I'm ever going to play high school football again, and try to treat them, with a little bit of respect there.
Good luck, Coach, and happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you.
That is Gloucester football coach Tony Zerilli.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. And if you're a high school football fan, it just doesn't get any better than this. Whatever your game preference may be, whether it's Salem Beverly, Danvers Gloucester, or Ipswich Hamilton Wenham, a football game in the AM, followed by a turkey dinner with family and close friends, is just a great recipe for a perfect day. From all of us at Moynihan Lumber, enjoy this day. Happy Thanksgiving to all.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
All right, we're talking now with Danvers football coach Sean Theriault before the game with Gloucester. And Coach, a great season with one little fly in the ointment, I guess. And let's look back for a second at the playoff game. Conference overall doing very well, and everybody sort of ran into a buzzsaw in that second game, and you guys had a tough game against North Reading.
Yeah, no, I'm really proud of the conference. I think, over the past few years, many of the teams in the NEC have done exceptionally well against, maybe some other conferences that most people thought were superior. And, I'm really proud of, what Beverly was able to do, Marblehead, and even some of the other teams. Gloucester's winning playoff games pretty consistently. So it's really good. It's a very tough league, and, by the end of it, you're pretty well prepared for what you have coming in front of you.
You were up in the Merrimack Valley Conference, right, at one time?
Correct, yes.
So how do you look at that? They got bigger schools and so on, but how do you look at the competition?
Yeah, no, I mean, that's exceptional competition, and it's different. It's a different kind of league. This is more of a run-first league for the most part. That's a very much a passing league, a spread offense league, with the exception of Chelmsford for a long time. But, they're bigger schools, and they've done, they take football very seriously and had some great teams and great competitions. But, teams like Tewksbury that are usually on top is a team that, the NEC has been able to defeat the last few seasons.
One more comment on the North Reading game. We've got Matt Andrea sitting in here. We're going to talk with him in a few minutes. And, you guys have a multiple skill set. You've got a lot of guys you can rely on. But when you lose someone who's carried the load so much, it probably has a trickle-down effect, I imagine, in a game.
Oh, absolutely. As you can see, if you watch the North Reading game, we just kind of came to a standstill once that happened. We do have some other guys that have done a nice job, but from not even just a running back standpoint, but defensively, special teams, leadership, it certainly affected us.
Okay, and you bounce right back following week.
Yeah, no, that was an exciting game. It was good. I think it helped the kids' confidence going into Thanksgiving, knowing that they were able to kind of put something together and squeak out a win on the road, given the circumstances with Matty injured and out of the playoffs. So it was good to have that win.
Okay, now we come up to Thanksgiving, and I don't know, man. The last few years, Danvers and Gloucester have just been incredible battles, and I'm sure it's going to be the same this year. And in Matt's career, it's been back and forth. I don't know what do we know? Bodies and smack each other around and try to drive each other into the ground. But afterwards, sometimes they become college teammates, if not at least acquaintances over the years. And you look back at it. So football. In fact, I was talking to Coach Cirilli about this. Football is sort of a small version of the game of life, I guess.
Yeah, I think you pretty much hit the nail on the head with what makes football so great, is that you can have that battle, and before and after the game you can be amicable with each other, and like you said, maybe they're good friends, maybe they're just acquaintances, but at the end of the day, that is a respect for each other.
Absolutely.
But when between the whistles, it's going to be an absolute brawl.
No question. Looking forward to it. And Coach, finally, I asked the coaches and the kids when I get a chance, what's the routine on Thanksgiving? Because I know for coaches, it's especially emotional, win, lose, or draw. And so, the night before is generally a family thing, or you're anticipating Thanksgiving. But you guys have a different ritual as coaches. So tell me a little bit about what Thanksgiving is like for you, maybe, from beginning in the morning until you go home and have dinner.
Yeah, it's certainly a bittersweet time. It's a lot of work till you get to the Thanksgiving, and then all of a sudden you have nothing. But my family gets together after Thanksgiving. We have the family football game, so they wait for me to come home from my game, and that's about almost as competitive as the one I'm coaching earlier.
Yeah.
And then I have a giant family now. I think we have 15 kids under 4 years old in our family. So Thanksgiving and holidays is certainly an exciting time for everyone. As far as football traditions, it's the same preparation as anything else, and it's a day game, so it's a little bit different, but, the prep as far as the walkthroughs and the game planning all stays the same.
All right, finally, you mentioned this is it. It's over, Thanksgiving afternoon, all said and done. I remember talking to you guys back in the heat just a couple of months ago. It seemed like yesterday, but what are you most pleased with, Sean, with this group of kids?
It's funny you say that. I was thinking about it on the way over here. Is we just have so many self-made kids that, maybe had a certain amount of talent coming into high school football, but have just really reached levels that they wouldn't have reached had they not worked as hard. And, someone like Matty, who was obviously very talented, or Quinn Holland, or Kieran Morati, who came in with talent, who've just worked really hard to get even better. But then you have kids like Kyle Purcell and Cole Johnson and Jack Ackerley, who have, really, physically don't have a whole lot, and they'd admit that, who have made themselves into very solid football players and have really been the star of the show the whole season.
Sean, any final thoughts?
No, I think, as this time kind of comes around and you're getting your speeches ready for the luncheon and for the pre-Thanksgiving speech and your speech for the banquet as the year goes on, you reflect on, what a just great place this is, Danvers High School, and the kids that are here, and, an opportunity to coach them has been great.
Good luck. All right, that's Sean Terrio, Danvers High School football coach.
Harrington's Trophy and Awards has been rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years. Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington.
And I am Marty Harrington, and we are known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. We offer a variety of services such as engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, youth sports trophies, and uniforms. From the newest style performance wear to your everyday work shirts, we are your one-stop shop. Whether it's a fantasy football, warm-up suits for your team, end-of-the-year banquet gifts, or recognizing excellence, we pride our business on our exceptional customer service and quality products. Located in Lynn, or visit our website at harringtontrophy.com.
The Bradford Tavern Restaurant in Rowley is unique, with modern touches in a rustic setting, offering the finest steaks, freshest seafood, and many quality daily specials. Serving lunch and dinner, the Bradford Tavern is open 7 days a week. The restaurant features 2 separate function rooms, ideal for every need, including business meetings, bridal and baby showers, or any special event. The Bradford Tavern is located at 87 Haverhill Street, Route 133 in Rowley, and online at bradfordtavern.com. We hope to see you soon at the Bradford Tavern. The Institution for Savings has always believed in giving back to our communities, because our communities are such great places to live and work. Last year alone, we donated and pledged more than $3.9 million to local nonprofits, including local hospitals, schools, food pantries, art organizations, and more. Named one of Boston Business Journal's top philanthropic companies, we are proud to be your local hometown bank. InstitutionForSavings.com. Member FDIC, DIF, Equal Housing Lender.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I want to wish all of our listeners a very happy Thanksgiving Day. For those of us who are sports fans, this day is like no other in the year. And Thanksgiving wouldn't be the holiday it is if it didn't start with a football game. Today I'm remembering a similar day, some 60 years ago, when a young boy was allowed to attend his first Thanksgiving Day game at Stackpole Field in Saugus and saw his beloved Sachems defeat Peabody 47-14. I can still remember that morning as if it were yesterday, and I'm sure all of you have similar memories, which you cherish as I do. Whether your game is Salem Beverly, Gloucester Danvers, English Classical, or St. John Xaverian, I do hope your day is filled with family and friends and great gridiron action. There is so much in our world, and especially in the sports world, that is changing. Hopefully Thanksgiving Day, and all that it means to us, will always remain very much the same.
Many aspects of estate planning are interrelated, and you can turn to attorney Bob Madruga for full-service estate planning to help you develop a comprehensive plan in providing for your future. Bob will work with you through the years to adapt your plan as needed, and he can assist you with managing wills, trust, probate, and taxes. Visit the law offices of Robert J. Madruga at 128 Main Street, Gloucester, or call today for an appointment at 978-283-6883.
This game is brought to you in part by the Gloucester House Restaurant, offering the freshest seafood right off their boats to your plate. Sarkeesian Sportswear, delivering quality team and corporate apparel, located on Route 1 South in Peabody and at sarkeesiansports.com. Lynn Museum, Lynn Arts, preserving Lynn's past and promoting Lynn's future at 590 Washington Street. Columbia Insurance of Lynn, offering auto, home, condo, renters, and business insurance, delivering complete peace of mind. Attorney Robert J. Madruga. See Bob for estate planning and tax preparation. Gloria Food Store, Rantoul Street, Beverly. Honey-Do Donuts of Lynn, Salem, Malden, and East Boston.
All right, we're back live. You heard from both coaches, and it's an exciting day and an emotional day. And the Danvers, most recent Danvers High School Hall of Fame inductees have been announced out in the field. And Coach Paul Ingram, you had a couple of those on your team?
Yeah, my first year at Danvers, I believe it was 1980 or 81. Mike Szynski was a captain. And then when I was the head coach, Scott Schmenk played quarterback for me. So, yeah, I mean, they look a little different, but yeah, that's great memories.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're down there with the families on the field right now. As both teams' captains are on the field. The stands have filled up. Terrific crowd today. I'm very, very pleased because we haven't been getting the attendance since this new playoff system has been installed that we used to get at Thanksgiving. And, of course, this game doesn't mean a whole lot except for pride purposes. And Danvers will receive the opening kickoff. Gloucester will be kicking off from right to left. And as we said, overcast day. Temperature probably low 40s now, upper 30s. No wind. It's just a great day for football. Not supposed to rain until this evening. Great turnout by both student bodies. Gloucester way off to our right, and Danvers down below. And great crowd from both sides supporting their teams here in the final game of the regular season. Of course, we will be going down to Gillette a week from Saturday, as Marblehead will be playing Coach Ingram's high school, Falmouth. And mixed feelings about that one, huh?
Yeah, I do. I mean, it's good to see Falmouth there, but I think I'm a Northeast Conference guy now.
Well, I think you've probably been up here a little bit longer than you were down in Falmouth.
No, it took a few years for me to get out of school. So.
Okay, we're just about ready to go. We'll have the playing of our national anthem. The band is not here, so we'll have the tape version, and we'll get this game underway. Well, that was not a tape version. That was done by a young lady down in the field. Did a wonderful, wonderful version of the national anthem.
I hope the game is as good as that.
What's that?
I hope the game is as good as that.
I think so. I think it sets the stage. Very exciting atmosphere here this morning. Happy Thanksgiving once again, everyone. Our officials down on the field, referee Dick Sawchuk, who, of course, is the supervisor of the Northeastern Conference. Umpire is Brent Connolly. The line judge is Jeff Bryson. Al Guido is the linesman. Mark Dillon, back judge. And up here in the press box, our timekeeper, once again, is the great Phil Brody. Nick Kukuru up here with us as well, as we are ready to get underway. Both schools at 8-2 with fantastic seasons up to this point, running into buzzsaws in the second game of the tournament, each of these teams. But really, really showing so well in the conference and having some terrific games this year.
Well, Danvers won the toss, and they elected to receive. And I tell you, Coakley, I think a lot depends on how Coakley does. He's going to take over for Andreas in the backfield, and he's got some skills, and he's certainly got some skills receiving.
All right, we're talking about Taj Coakley, of course, who had a terrific game against Gloucester a year ago in the Thanksgiving Day game, and he'll be filling in for Matt Andreas, the 1,200-yard running back and superstar for the Danvers Falcons, who is out with a leg injury. Actually broke a lower bone, a bone in his lower leg, not the ankle, and he'll be back after a few weeks of rehab. Short kick going to come down to Coakley at the 15. He's going to cut it to the right up the middle, stutter steps, breaks a tackle out to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10 for Danvers at the 28 to start this thing.
That's kind of his style. He's kind of a stop-start. Pretty elusive, and once he gets going, I think he's got good speed, so we'll see.
And I stand corrected. It's out, to the 28. I don't know if I said 38, but it's at the 28. Danvers starting 1st and 10. Falcons coming in with a record of 8-2. And I lost my stat sheet. Here it is. They have had some signature games. We'll talk about one of them here in a minute, which was right here against Peabody a few weeks ago. But they've scored 252 points, allowed 136 coming into this game. So the first play will be a play action. It's a short drop pass complete to Quinn Holland. He's going to get big yardage out to midfield, across midfield down to the Gloucester 42-yard line. Quinn Holland on the reception, 1st and 10 Danvers, just like that.
Well, they started in the I formation, and they sent their fullback out into the flat here. And there's pressure on Bordas, but he got the ball off. Nice pass and big pickup.
All the way out to the Gloucester 42-yard line.
One of the things that's unusual that I see is that the tailback is 7 yards deep off the ball, and that's the new way of. Well, now he's 8, but.
All right, so it is a 1st and 10 on the near hash mark. Danvers moving from left to right with Holland the up back. Coakley is the tailback. Man in motion is Reedy. Give to Holland up the middle. And he moves the pile forward across the 40 down to about the 38. Looked like he was stopped to the line of scrimmage, but kept driving. Well, they're going to put it at the 39, so 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. Try to set the offense for you as we can here.
Well, they're very multiple. They'll come out in a variety of formations, but it appears right now they look like they're going to stay with the I formation.
Matt Reedy will split out to the left side, and Borders is the quarterback. I think it is. I can't really tell the number from here. And Holland is the up back with Coakley deep in the backfield. And it is play action, and it's nothing. No gain. I'm not sure that's Borders. I guess it is. He's got a different jersey on. Borders had been wearing number 12. Sean, he's wearing number 16? All right, we'll give it to Borders.
Looks like an 18 from here, but...
Is it 18? 16. Okay. Yeah, but Borders is wearing 16?
He's been 16. Yeah.
Okay. Borders, the quarterback, getting nothing on that one. In fact, he loses a yard back to the 40. Thanks, Sean. Sean Doherty is our public address announcer here in Danvers, and a tremendous help. Ball in the far hash mark. 3rd and 9 now for Danvers at the Gloucester 40. Falcons busting it out on the first play from scrimmage. Big yardage, play action, under attack. This one's up for grabs, and it's going to be a screen complete. Coakley down the sideline, 30, 20, inside the 15 and inside the 10. Describe that play, Coach. Man, that looked like it was not going to do anything.
Oh, it was a tailback screen, and I tell you, he's 8 yards deep, so it took him for quite a while to get out in the screen pass, to get out for the screen pass, and Borders had to keep deepening because he had a lot of pressure on him. But that
was a high arc, like a basketball three-pointer.
Yeah, but there was no one else out there, so, I mean, that was a smart play.
How's this first stat? 2 pass plays for Danvers from Borders. One to Holland, the other to Coakley, 60 yards. 2 plays, 60 yards. We haven't finished the first drive yet. 8:39 left to go as Gloucester takes a timeout to get their act together. So a tremendous start by the Danvers Falcons.
I believe Bruce Rich is the former Chelmsford head coach is calling the plays for Danvers, and he certainly is an experienced coach. He coached there for probably 20 years.
Gloucester coming into the season allowing 17.9 points per game. They've scored 322, allowed 17.9. And the Falcons are able to score. We saw a game a couple of weeks ago against Peabody that was a tremendous all-around game by Danvers, completely controlling the Peabody Tanners here at Dr. Deering Stadium in the rain. Tremendous game.
Well, Gloucester's had some problems covering the pass, and certainly there's a size difference here. Except for Nate Young, the defensive backs are pretty short.
All right, Bruno Abatessa, stellar center, brings the team up to the huddle, out of the huddle, up to the line of scrimmage. 1st and goal from the 10. Hand off to Coakley, left side, plows forward, big hole, gets it down to the 4-yard line.
He's a real slasher for a tall kid. He gets his shoulders down and gets square to the line of scrimmage, and he finds a space there.
And you heard Coach Terrio applaud Cole Johnson, the work that he's done this year. He's the left guard. Kyle Purcell up front. Jack Ackerley, and Brad Anderson are the tackles. Kieran Moriarty, massive tight end, number 89 on your program, is the tight end on that right side. He's a senior. Stacked I formation set up behind Borders with Holland the up back. Long count. Give to the tailback. Following blocks, and he's going to go down to the 1.
Down to the 1-yard line.
Coakley on the carry. Time running down to 7.5 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Danvers starting this drive at their own 28-yard line after the Coakley return. And this will be the 7th play of the drive.
So it looks about a little less than a yard.
Up front, Gloucester's got Anthony Petrilli, Joe Branglione, Jacob Russell, Ryan Gabriel. Linebackers, Cameron Emerson, Edward and either Brown or Acapel, can't tell at the moment. Everybody up to the line of scrimmage. There's that power eye again, stacked eye I should say. And Borders under center. Long count, 3rd and goal. And Borders goes in, it's a touchdown. Danvers leads 6-0.
Well, quarterback sneak. Certainly don't want to give the ball to the tailback who's 7 yards deep when you're on the 1-yard line. And Borders did a good job of waiting a second to see where the hole would be rather than just running right up through the center. So, good drive. Big plays.
8 plays, 72 yards. Danvers goes out on top. Borders the keeper. But man, Borders' arm, the story there. And again, Matt Andreas not playing. He's out with an injury. And Borders making up for it. 2 30-yard completions, setting up this touchdown drive. So with 7:14 left to go, the Falcons will attempt the point after. And of course, Zebic is their tremendous kicker. He's money in the bank.
Right. And this is, they call this water bucket. I'm not sure why, but
yeah,
they can either snap the ball off to the side and try to go for 2, or they can shift back to their conventional kicking formation and go for 1.
And those of you watching on our live streaming, Andrew Nicastro, our streamographer, doing another wonderful job. There's that high kick by Zebic, goes through, and it's 7-0. Danvers. We'll take a quick break. 7-0 Danvers here from Dr. Deering Stadium on Thanksgiving morning.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. And if you're a high school football fan, it just doesn't get any better than this. Whatever your game preference may be, whether it's Salem-Beverly, Danvers-Gloucester, or Ipswich-Hamilton-Wenham, a football game in the AM, followed by a turkey dinner with family and close friends, is just a great recipe for a perfect day. From all of us at Moynihan Lumber, enjoy this day. Happy Thanksgiving to all.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Now, what do you think, Coach? Quick drive right downfield by the Falcons, and they made it look easy.
Well, yeah, they struggled with a few of their running plays at the beginning, but they good play calling, too. I mean, those first down pass, very first play of the game, play action, caught Gloucester, and then screen pass. I mean, there was nobody out there, so we'll see. Danvers certainly has to stop Gloucester's sweep, and that's the key. Fullback trap used to be the play, but I'd say this year it's the sweep.
All right. So Zebic will kick off from the right hash mark, and that's an interesting set. Falcons allowing only 13.6 points per game on defense. It's going to be taken at the 25 on a high kickoff by Gloucester, returned to about the 32 maybe.
That was Jermaine Edward.
Edward?
Yeah.
All right. And so Gloucester starts off with decent field position, as the saying goes.
Now, Mark Smith is not playing, and
right.
He was their leading receiver, and he was the wing back, and certainly a quality ball carrier, too. So, I believe 33. No, that's Edwards. So, who's in for Smith?
We'll have to see, and get the number when you can there, Coach. And, yeah, Smith, a sophomore, having a terrific season. Is it? 3's in the slot, so that's Cameron. Cameron's in the slot to the left with the quarterback handoff run. Sanfilippo trying to cut it outside. He gets it to the 35, 40, knocked out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Big pickup on that sweep by Gloucester.
Well, it's interesting in how Danvers is going to try and play that. They put their defensive end. It was an unbalanced line, so there were more people on this side than on the other side. So what happened is they really closed down the hole, but he bounced it to the outside. You need support from your cornerback if you're going to do that.
11-yard gain right off the bat. Fisherman out of the huddle. Chris Cassateri, 6'1", 230, senior center. Now there's a stacked eye formation for Gloucester. They don't throw very much. Now they're going to shift out of it with Cameron going into the slot to the left and in a pro set. Hand off to Edward, back out to the 45, maybe the 46, maybe a yard or two.
This is a new wrinkle, and what it is they're shifting and then running the play, and it's a quicker shift than typically they'd have the wing back shift over from the right to the left, but they're in a stack eye and they shift real quickly, so the defense doesn't have as much time to get used to or to see what the formation's going to be.
2-yard gain to the 46. Finishing off the front line, Kyle Acapel, Chris Hernandez, the guards, Ryan Gabriel, Kevin Gabriel, the tackles for Gloucester. And there again is that stacked eye. The deep back is, well, now they could shift into the pro set with the wing off to the right, tight end to the left. And this is a handoff. Sanfilippo right side. Breaks it through right side. Breaks it away. And he is tackled at the 40-yard line of Danvers. Almost broke that sucker all the way. But another big gain for Sanfilippo. He's got almost 2,000 yards this season. I think he's got 1,700 overall. Matt Andreas with about 1,300. But Andreas not able to play in this one, unfortunately, and great young man to talk with. Awesome kid. All right, so that's 9 and 4, 13 more yards for Sanfilippo. They're on the far hash mark, moving from right to left. Gloucester trailing 7-0, 5:42 left to go first quarter. Sanfilippo this time off tackle. Positive yardage, but not close to the first down. Short of the 35.
Well, the difference between that play and the sweep is that's off tackle. And what happens is, between the two plays, you really put the defensive end in a dilemma. On the off tackle, you run inside the defensive end, and on the sweep, you run outside of him.
4-yard gain for Gloucester, and so it'll be 3rd and 6. Second and 6. Bruno Abatessa anchoring that line on the other side for Danvers. Jack Ackerley, Kieran Moriarty up front. Backers Quinn Holland, Zach Dillon, Mike Darris, Zach Sasso, Coakley Cordoba, Curtis Borders in the defensive backfield for Danvers. All right, here's a sweep to the other side. Sanfilippo almost breaks it away, but he's just tackled across the 30-yard line for the first down. And it's Zach Sasso with the saving tackle. So he gets it to the 37-yard gain, and Gloucester seems to be moving comfortably on offense.
Well, coming in here, I think everyone knew Gloucester's going to run the sweep with Sanfilippo, and
what does it stop? What does it used to say about a cannon? All right, Danvers jumps, no flag. Sanfilippo trying to go to the right side, finds a hole, gets it outside across the 25, carrying a tackler down to the 20 inside the 20-yard line on that far sideline. Another first down for Sanfilippo. At the 19, 11 more yards for Sanfilippo. He's got 46 yards already. So he's averaging 9 yards a carry on this particular possession by Gloucester. This will be the 7th play of their drive. 4 minutes even on the clock left to go. 1st and 10 at the 19 of Danvers. Inside handoff, Edward up the middle. Gets a couple. Yeah, somebody else has got to carry the ball, don't they, Coach?
Well, not necessarily.
Okay.
But that's a play that comes off the sweep as a fullback trap. So if your defensive tackle is going out trying to stop the sweep, you trap him with the fullback trap.
Nate Young is the quarterback, and he gets the signal or the play from the sideline. I'm looking at James Nelson, number 11, into the lineup. I think it is, Coach. So he might actually be the guy replacing Smith. But now back in his place is Cameron again. So here's a play to the other side on a run play, and it's going to get down to the 15. Is that Sanfilippo?
Right, it's the sweep again. They did a better job defending it there.
Yeah, only 2 yards. Shortest gain so far for Sanfilippo. And A.J. Romeo Oliver getting a lot of playing time on defense in place of Smith. Goes in on offense right now. So now it's 3rd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
Well, I don't know if Gloucester's going to throw it, but they certainly have the Danvers defense up on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. They immediately go to the pro set with the wing off to the right. Man in motion from right to left. That's Romeo. And here's a give off Sanfilippo. He may have the first down. He's going to be about a yard short. Looks like it's at the 11.
Wow. No, it's more than a yard.
Yeah, it's almost 2. It's at the 12. So he only gets 3 out of that. Now it's 4th and 2. So let's see what the Fishermen cook up on this one. Ball midway between the hash marks. Perfect playing conditions. Cool. No wind. No rain. Overcast. Just a great day. The stands are full. Gloucester and Danvers fans here at Dr. Deering Stadium. And it's the first really huge play of the ball game. Inside 2 minutes. Clock moving. Gloucester down by 7. They're facing a 4th and 2 at the Danvers 10. to the line of scrimmage, and timeout Gloucester. So this will be the second timeout for the Fishermen in this first quarter.
You know, I think what happened is I think Cameron's hurt. He was their wing back, and they called timeout to get him in the game, and the trainer said no.
Really? Yeah, he's down here on the sideline.
And Mary Ellen Zilski's the trainer, and you know, they called for Cameron, and she goes no.
Really?
At least temporarily.
Yeah, she's looking at him, and they're still talking. Eric Cameron is senior, 5'10", 165. So it is number 13 into the lineup now. That's Matt Smith. Not Mark, but Matt Smith. Okay, here's the run play. Sanfilippo stopped at the line of scrimmage. Not going to get there. And Danvers takes over on downs.
That was a penalty after the play, I believe.
Well, that's a huge defensive play by Danvers. They only get the 1 yard. And let's see what the penalty is. I don't know what that sign is. What was that sign? He was sort of tapping his chest up by his neck.
Hey, I'll be honest with you, Rick.
What was that sign, Phil? Did you see the sign on this penalty? Okay. I guess it's a personal foul. He's just chopping his hands up by his neck. So I have to talk with Dick Swarchuk about that. But that's against Gloucester. So Danvers will bring it all the way out to their own 26-yard line to start this drive. And, man, their defense stood tall that time, the whole front defensive line. So the Falcons hold on to their 7-0 lead, ball out to their own 26-yard line to start this next drive. 1:37 left to go, first quarter. Falcons get it right back now. Dean Borders is the quarterback, and the ball midway. No, it's on the near hash mark. Falcons moving from left to right. Play action, thrown short, complete to Moriarty, I believe. Yep, it's Moriarty out to the 37.
Well, another play action pass, and this was the tight end, and he just went down and out. They're keeping Gloucester guessing, I'll tell you that. I mean, they're throwing on first down. This is the second time they've thrown on first down.
9-yard gain. And Borders, 3 out of 3 for 69 yards. Still in the first quarter, minute and a half left to go. High formation for quarterback Borders with Moriarty strong right, tight on the right side. Gloucester with 6 men up on the line of scrimmage. Hand off to Coakley, trying to break it outside. Turns the corner, gets to the 40, 45, almost out to the 50. Boy, can he get out there fast.
Well, he's got a move that he fakes like he's going to go inside and then bounces it out. And I'm watching him on film. He's very good at it.
Little hip shake.
I'll tell you who else is good at it is McCarthy from North Reading.
All right, it's exactly at the 50. 1st and 10, Danvers on the march again, leading 7-0, with Borders getting the touchdown early on. And now the Falcons come right back after stopping Gloucester at their own 11 on a 4th and 2. They're going to send Reedy wide out to the right.
Well, they got Coakley spread out to the left.
Yep, and he is dangerous as a receiver as well. Now he's in motion, gets the handoff from left to right, and he tries to cut it back into the middle after about a 3-yard gain.
A very different type of runner. He does a lot of picking and choosing.
Long strides, too. He's got big, long strides.
It doesn't say how tall he is. Oh, yes.
No, we don't have that.
No,
we don't have that.
I don't know why they don't put that in. I mean, that's...
Some of the programs don't do that anymore. I don't know why. They only give him 2 to the 48, so it'll be 2nd and 8. The ball just over the 48 in Gloucester, the Gloucester defensive zone. Reedy split short side, near side right, and they're going to send Coakley out to the left on the far hash mark. Borders back in the shotgun. And here's that same play again. It's a fake this time. Borders keeping it to the left. He's got a lane, and he gets it across the 45 to the 44.
Thought he could have gotten outside, but he chose to turn it up the field. It's an option play where he reads the defensive end.
So that's it. First quarter over already, 6-0. Check it, 7-0 leading on this Thanksgiving morning. Danvers is leading it by that 7-0 score. We'll be back with the second quarter coming up.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work right for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. All of us who work at Moynihan Lumber in Beverly, North Reading, and Plastown, New Hampshire, I want to wish all of our listeners a happy Thanksgiving.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
All right. Danvers leading 7-0 as we start the second quarter. We've reversed field here, and Falcons have a 3rd and 4 from the Gloucester 44. And so far, Danvers looking in command, stopping Gloucester after it looked like Gloucester were going to go drive right downfield and score. But here we go, 3rd and 4. And let's see what happens. One running back in the backfield. That's Quinn Holland with Borders under center. Gloucester jumps, and they do not get back. So this should be a first down, Danvers. Yep, first down, Danvers. Get it to the Gloucester 39.
There's a trick to that. Your cadence, you can change your cadence, and you can sort of help that penalty to occur. And it looked like he may have actually changed his cadence because his head bobbed, and Gloucester did come off, and it wasn't just one, it was a couple.
Mm-hmm. 1st and 10, Danvers. They keep the drive alive at the Gloucester 39, leading 7-0 already. So far, Danvers not missing the offense of Matt Andreas, as Tars Coakley and Dean Borders have filled that in rather ably up to this point. And now I think Danvers has to take a timeout.
Yeah, there's a little confusion on alignment here.
Yeah, Falcons will take the timeout. Gloucester has used 2. Danvers, that's their first already in this Thanksgiving morning. Over on Channel A, don't forget, it's Lynn English, Lynn Classical, with reports from the Beverly-Salem game. Marty Smith will be calling in to Bill Newell and Tim Kearns. And don't forget, check out MSONEWSports every day for our local North Shore Radio newscast. And our North Shore Today post every single day. We have news updates for you with our newscast. Pretty much posted by 8:30 in the morning with me and with Bill Newell.
Well, if Coakley lines up to the offensive right, spread out, there's certainly a mismatch out there. But he's on the left here because Nate Young is on this side. Nate's about probably 6'1", and so it's not as much of a mismatch.
All right, first play of the second quarter. Rolling to his right. Borders throws it, and it's intended for Reedy, just over his outstretched hand at the Gloucester 32. First incompletion of the day for Dean Borders. He's now 3 out of 4 for 69 yards. So it's second down. Clock stopped, of course, with the first incompletion of the morning. And 2nd and 10 for Danvers at the Gloucester 39-yard line. Falcons blue jerseys, white pants, sort of gray pants almost. Gloucester white jerseys with the red pants. And it's a high snap. Borders cradles it in, looks to his right, comes back to his left with his receiver screen to the left. Coakley gets a block to the 30, cuts it back inside. He's hammered at the 25, but he gets the first down on the receiver screen.
He certainly is a weapon. I mean, he's probably more valuable as a receiver, and Borders seems to be on pretty good on target today.
Well, that's down to the 25-yard line, a 14-yard gain. Borders is 4 out of 5 for 84 yards already in this first half. And we've played, 2 plays in this first half?
Both defenses are out there for a long time.
Yeah. Well, we saw Danvers do this against Peabody. 80 snaps plus in the Peabody game. And they're on target for that right now. Borders Keeper by the quarterback. He's going to go to the left, to the 10, to the 5, and he goes in. Quarterback draw all the way. Touchdown, Danvers, 13-0.
I think there's going to be a blocking in the back by
You're
Danvers.
right, holding on Danvers. Bring it back. 25-yard touchdown, wiped out.
I believe it was near the goal line, though. Now they're bringing it back.
Well, Danvers has had 16 snaps already. Gloucester has had 10. And we saw like an 80-30 disparity when Danvers beat Peabody a few weeks ago, Coach. Danvers just holds onto the ball. But this brings it back out to the 32. So it's a net 7-yard loss. On the holding call, wiping out the touchdown. Let's see if that has any significance in this game. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it don't. I know it's supposed
to have been on the line of scrimmage. I didn't see where the actual flag was thrown, but
well, it's at the 25 to bring it back to the. I mean, it had to be at the 22 to bring it back to the 32. Is it a 10 or 15-yarder? The high school holding 10. All right. All right. Border shotgun screen to the right, complete to Holland. Tackled at the 35 for a loss.
Well, that was a tackle by Cameron, so
yes,
he's back in the game.
Eric Cameron with the tackle. 1-yard loss. But Borders continues to be hot passing the ball. He's 5 out of 6 for 83. Clock moving at 9:43, and it's back to the 35. Second and 9. Well, second and 21. It ought to be. They put it right back to the line of scrimmage. So it's. I'm confused by this. It's at the 35. Let me just set it right. It's at the 35, and the clock showing second and 19. All right, Borders going to launch it way downfield looking for Coakley. He's got it, and he goes in. Touchdown. 35 yards, and now Danvers is out on top 13-0.
Well, I mean, they were practicing that before the game. Just, it doesn't matter if he's covered or not. He's just taller than everyone, and he's got long arms, and he'll jump for the ball or catch it at its highest point. So no matter what, he was going to throw that ball to him.
Woo, mercy. 118 yards in the air for Borders in this first quarter. Coakley scoring on the long pass from 35 yards away, and Danvers is out on top by a couple of scores. They're going to run it and get in.
Get in.
It is Quinn Holland with the 2 points.
Well, that was that water bucket play where they either snap the ball, they have the whole line over to the left, and they either snap the ball to the back, and he runs it in, or they adjust their formations to the typical kicking game, and they must have seen something they liked in the way Gloucester set up. But Gloucester knows they do that, and they practice against it.
Well, Holland gets the 2 points.
Boy, the time of possession is something, huh?
Well, let me see here. 10:56, they had it all 3 minutes on their first drive, and in this drive, they've had it for let's see, 2. They've had it for about 10 minutes. Yeah, so about 13 minutes out of the first. No, that can't be right. Gloucester had it for 7. Yeah, I'm wrong. It's had it for 3, and then about 5. They've had about 6 minutes out of the first 12.
So a lot of it's been passing too. So
it has. It has, and they've run 20 plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 first downs so far. Kickoff. And it's going to be returned by Gloucester from the 10 to the 15. Oh, just across the 20. And I don't know who got it.
Jermaine Edward.
Was it Edward? 30?
Right.
Okay, 33?
No, it's...
looks like it's 20,
28.
28. Okay.
It's Lopez.
Yeah.
Pena Ortiz.
Jen Pena Ortiz, who gets some playing time too with Smith not in there. He's been playing a lot. Another sophomore. So
the first kickoff, or the first kick Danvers had was short, so they moved their receivers up on that one, and he hit it to about the 10.
Gloucester starting at their own 23-yard line. They're looking at a 15-point deficit now early in the second quarter with Cameron in motion. Sweep to the right, Sanfilippo trying to cut it to the right. Gets a block, cuts it back inside, across the 30, down the sideline, out to the 40-yard line. Great second effort by Cameron, and he takes a hit and people kind of bounce off him sometimes.
Sanfilippo?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he's got a low center of gravity, and he's tough to knock off his wheels. He actually stayed in bounds there and got another few yards.
They're going to put it at the 39. I had it at the 40, but at the 39. That's the 9th carry already for Sanfilippo, and he's up to 78 yards. Check it, 68 yards. First down, Gloucester. So they've moved the ball, just haven't scored. It's at the 39. Pro set once again for Gloucester. Sanfilippo the other side, this time off to the left. Off of left tackle, gets across the 40 to the 42. And they'll put it across the 42, almost, well, we can call it the 42 and a half, give it the 43. Almost a 4-yard gain.
Well, the thing is here for Gloucester not to panic, Don't worry about scoring quickly. You just want to make sure you continue to get first downs and hopefully get in the end zone and get on the board.
2 touchdowns by the Danvers Falcons. Dean Borders from a yard out with 7:14 left to go first quarter. And Taj Coakley, 35-yard leaping catch up over everybody in the second quarter early on. 15-0 Danvers on this Thanksgiving morning. Hope you're having a terrific morning. Play action, Borders, check it. Young to his left, man open downfield, complete at the Gloucester 30 to the 25-yard line and dropped there by Reedy. Who caught that? That's Sanfilippo?
No.
3, Cameron.
He was wide open. That's a waggle to play off the sweep, and the wingback was wide open.
32-yard gain, and that's the first completion for Gloucester in the air. So the Fishermen go to the air for 32 yards, and it's 1st and 10 Gloucester. They're right back down.
Well, that's going to help their running game.
Right back down in Danvers real estate, deep. 1st and 10 at the 25. 7:43 left to go. Sanfilippo trying to sweep to the right. Sees a hole. Stutter steps, goes into the end zone all the way. Touchdown, Christian Sanfilippo. It's 15-6. Wow. 25 yards out.
I think Gloucester's going to go for 2. They're, see if they do. They've had trouble with extra points.
Wow, so Sanfilippo, I think that's is that his 20th touchdown of the season? I think he had 19 coming in. That is 20th, Nick? 23rd touchdown. Thanks, Nick. Nick Kuku, the sports editor of the Times, letting us know. So it's 7:34 left to go, and that was a 25-yard run. Gloucester going for the 2. Let's see what happens. Sanfilippo to the right side. Does he get in? He does. And they get the 2 points. Have we seen a 2-point conversion by Gloucester previous to this, Coach?
Well, their kicking game is really suspect. So, I think it was smart to do that.
Well, that's a 4-play, 77-yard touchdown drive. After Danvers had put together a 10-play, 67-yard touchdown drive. So, boy, the yardage is really stacking up in this one. 139 total yards for Danvers up to this point. And for Gloucester with the 77, and they had 67 minus 11. And add that. Let me see, 3. 133 yards of offense for Gloucester, 139 yards of offense for Danvers, and we're not even halfway through the second quarter yet. 15 to 8 is the score. Mercy. All right, here's the Gloucester kickoff, and it's Cassateri kicks a high boot that Coakley gets at the 21. Return to the 26, met there, and gang tackled at the 30. Oh, man, I'm out of breath, Coach. So, Danvers takes over after seeing Gloucester score. And Gloucester almost scored their first time downfield, but the Falcons stopped them at the 11. Again, a terrific crowd on this Thanksgiving morning. Another great day, but no win. Just a fantastic day for football. Very exciting. Hope you're having a very great Thanksgiving morning. Danvers starts at their own 29-yard line. Is where they put it, 1st and 10 for the Falcons. Borders back in the shotgun with wideouts left and right. I wonder if he's going to pass. Borders is going to keep it and bring it back to the 31 or 32. Let's see. Where are they going to put the ball? It's at the 32. And Borders can run, Coach.
Yeah, he's, I knew that, but he's been impressive throwing the ball today especially.
Well, I know you knew that. You knew pretty much what these guys are going to run before they run it. Big eye, two-man eye behind Borders with Reedy in motion, and it's a play action. Borders gets hit and dumped at the 21. Gloucester, Cameron on the blitz. Woohoo, mercy. Way back at the 21. Where'd he come from?
Well, he's the outside linebacker. We used to call him a defensive end. So obviously, they didn't assign a man to block him.
Well, that's an 11-yard loss. Biggest defensive play of the ball game so far for Gloucester, certainly. As that makes it
21-yard line.
all the way back to the 21. So 3rd and about 20 for Danvers, back at their own 21. In the shotgun this time is Borders with Coakley wide out to the left. Nate Young is on him. All right, Borders is looking for Coakley. He's going to throw it Coakley's direction, up high, just off his fingertips as he went up for it.
He almost got it.
Boy, that was a good pass.
That was another nice throw, right?
Yeah. Incomplete out at the 48-yard line. So that's the first time that Gloucester has stopped Danvers in this ball game. Borders now 6 out of 8 for 118 yards with 5:51 left to go in this first quarter. Andrew Nicastro, our streamographer, right in front of us, doing a great job for us. Hope you're watching this on our live streaming video as you prepare for Thanksgiving dinner. The punt by Danvers, comes all the way down to the Gloucester 32.
Yeah, nice punt considering it was a very high snap and had a little bit of pressure on him, so good punt. It's funny how momentum changes, it's Danvers had all the momentum and then all of a sudden Gloucester got it going, and I would say Gloucester's got a little momentum going now.
Yeah, and the cliche, Coach, about playing the entire 44 minutes, the entire 60 minutes, whatever it is. You say it, but it's hard to get across to kids sometimes, isn't it? Play every single play the best you can.
Don't get down.
And there's a natural tendency, if you're not involved in something, perhaps sometimes to take a play off or whatever. But anyway, it's 1st and 10, Gloucester at their own 32. Sanfilippo sweep to the right, met at the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard, and then the whole left side of the Danvers Falcons line and defensive linebacker and core just pushing Sanfilippo back.
Well, Gloucester runs a sweep from a lot of different formations. It's not like they'll come out in the same formation. And I mean, to the untrained eye, you may not realize that's sometimes it's balanced, sometimes it's unbalanced, sometimes they got a split end, split out, sometimes they got the split end in tight.
All right, 2nd and 9 for Gloucester. They're at their own 33.
Sanfilippo's at fullback.
And Danvers takes a timeout.
I think...
Yep, Falcons do.
Yeah. Gloucester may change the play because once they saw Sanfilippo at fullback, Danvers called timeout.
What difference does it make whether it lines up left or right?
Well, he's in fullback. He's right behind the quarterback, and it's called formation predictable. In other words, when he's at that formation, they run these two plays.
Okay.
So the coach must have recognized. I don't know if the players did, but he could run trap or he can run a pitch to the fullback from there. But Gloucester may change the play now.
All right, I'm Rick Moore. That's Paul Ingram, our producer and engineer Bill Proposky, our streamographer Andrew Nicastro on this fantastic Thanksgiving morning.
He's not at fullback anymore.
All right.
Put him in halfback.
So he's in his usual position at right half. And San Filippo play action by Young. It's going to be thrown short, and it's complete. And upended after making the catch is Oliver Emerson. Boy, he was leveled, but he is very close to the first down.
Well, the wingback was wide open down the middle again. I mean, if the play that they completed to Cameron, he was wide open.
Yeah, but Young didn't have a lot of time that time to look downfield. So they get it to the, boy, it's got to be inches short if it's short at all. I got to measure. Because it is right at the 42-yard line. And let's see. Oh, man, it's short by inches. Okay, so it will be third in inches. And
some coaches look at this as like a bonus down. In other words, you may come up in a tight formation, but you're going to throw the ball deep and you want to hit the home run, and then go for it on fourth down. But I would say under these circumstances, I'd just get the first down and not go for the big hit.
Does this usually scream for a quarterback keeper? Well,
yeah,
shoot.
Sometimes they get to the fullback.
And it is, I think it's Edward who got the call to the 34 first down.
Yeah,
I can't tell if he handed it off.
Well, your linemen go shoot a shoe, so they don't take their regular splits. And you have what's called wedge blocking, and there's a point of attack, and everyone forms a wedge off that lineman. All you're trying to do is get the first down. You're not trying to get a big gainer.
Jermaine Edward did get the first down, and Gloucester trying to keep this thing alive to get within a point with the touchdown, trailing 15-8, 4 minutes left to go. And this game has shown tremendous amounts of offense. Okay, San Filippo short side gets the pitch, gets it outside, and he's across the 50. So he gets about 5 or 6. Now they're going to put it right at the 50. So 2 more carries for Christian San Filippo, and he's over 100 yards already here in this first half. That's something we're used to saying when we cover Gloucester. He gets his requisite 200 a game. He even had 200 against Marblehead in that loss. But a tremendous performance by
Here's
Gloucester.
the unbalanced line now.
Second and 4 at the 50. And it's a handoff to Edward. Doesn't get anything.
Boy, that's atypical. Usually that trap, that's tough to stop. But Danvers has done a very good job. Ran it a couple times and got nothing.
So it'll be third down and 4. As he got maybe, they moved the ball just a few inches. Heading down toward 2 minutes, 2:50 left to go, first half, 15-8 Danvers. We got Cameron on the wing under the right, split backfield with tight end left. Why the holdup? I don't see the reason. Okay. So Cassateri has the ball now at center. The center exchange, pop pass over the middle, incomplete. And once again, the intended receiver was Emerson. So that's an incompleted pass. First time. He's 2 for 3 is Nate Young. 2 for 3 for 41.
Well,
but it's
like
fourth
he's
down.
Going for it.
Ooh, right at midfield.
Yeah.
Look where they put the ball to. They lost about 4 inches on this part of the ball. That's interesting. Imagine it ain't easy. 2:27.
Well, he must have a play that he has a lot of confidence in, and I bet it's got something to do with San Filippo.
Well, let's see. Wing on the right. Split behind Young. Long count. Trying to draw him off. Nope. Hand off. San Filippo looking for an opening. Not going to get it. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Danvers takes over. So Danvers will take over after stopping Gloucester on downs. But they get it at midfield, or close to midfield. 151 yards of offense for Gloucester, 131 yards of offense for Danvers, with the Falcons in the lead as we go to the 2:23 mark. And they're going to actually have it at their own 49 to start this drive. That is the Falcons on the near hash mark, moving from right to left at their own 49, leading by 7. By 7. Here's a keeper out to the left side. Borders gets it across midfield, across the 45. Looks like it's down to the 42 maybe.
I'll tell you, that's going to be there all day. What they do is they put twins over to the other side, and Gloucester puts 3 defenders over there because Coakley's over there, and then there's a tight end on this side, and the corner is head up on the tight end, so there's really no contained man.
Well, it's significant 7 yards on the first down carry, and it's 2nd and 3 Danvers at the Gloucester 43 with the Falcons up by 7, 2:16 left to go, first half. Borders rolling to his right from the shotgun, throws it short, throws it complete downfield. It's good. It's caught at the 25. Is that Reedy? It is. Reedy catches it, first down at the Gloucester 25.
Really nice throw and nice timing there. I mean, he got into his cut and the ball was already halfway there.
18-yard gain, 7 out of 9. 137 yards in the air for Borders in this first half.
Yeah, they're putting the twins into the sideline.
Keeper for Borders breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, breaks another tackle, and down to the 19.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, 6-yard gain. Looked like he was stopped for a loss, and Borders gets 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. And who takes the timeout? Danvers. Well, this is obviously a huge drive. Gloucester with 2 opportunities on offense shut down by Danvers. Falcons stopped only once, and they're on the drive once again, leading 15-8. As we have touchdowns by Borders and Coakley for Falcons, touchdown by Sanfilippo for Gloucester. We got winter sports coming up. MSO News Sports is your spot for live local winter sports broadcasts of high school hockey and basketball. That's only a couple of weeks away, believe it or not. But that will be after we travel on down to Gillette to Marblehead. Mercy. So, Danvers taking over at their own 49. They're now all the way down to the Gloucester 19. Falcons spending their 3rd timeout of this half with the 1:50 showing on the clock. And this is a huge spot in the game, Coach. I mean,
right?
It's a 7-point game at the moment. Danvers.
You always got that feeling though that Coakley, just send him deep and throw the ball up in the air, let him do his thing is a real weapon.
Oh, we've seen that time after time in covering Danvers. I'm reminded of what Everett did to Peabody last year too in that game when they just sent their big tall receivers down and it was almost like street football. Just go down, I'll throw it to you.
Well, it's a game of matchups too, and that's certainly except for Nate Young, I don't think anybody can really cover him.
Well, Falcons with a chance to open this thing up a little bit.
And he's a slot receiver, and usually that's the most dangerous receiver is the inside of the 2 wideouts.
Full house here at Dr. Deering Stadium, the brand new field. It just looks gorgeous, that big blue Falcon out at the center. Now who takes the timeout? Gloucester does. So they've each taken 3 timeouts in this one. This a short one?
Not sure why.
Hope you're having a wonderful Thanksgiving morning as we roll toward the end of the first half here. In high school football, Channel A, it's Lynn English at Lynn Classical. Marty Smith with updates from the Beverly-Salem game. We'll have scoreboard central all throughout the weekend for you as well. North Shore Sports Night on Monday night between 7 o'clock and 8 o'clock. Talk about this one and others and get ready for the big Marblehead Falmouth Division 2A High School Super Bowl. That will be coming to you on MSO News Sports.
Falmouth runs the triple option, and that's unusual in this day and age.
Well, I'm going to have fun trying to figure that out. Who's got the ball? Okay, Coakley is going to be split out wide to the right, Reedy out further out to the right. So you got Twins on to the right with Coakley, the inside receiver, outside the hash marks. Ball in the near hash mark, and Borders is going to run with it. Gets a block, cuts it back up the middle. There he goes again, and he's down inside the 10. First and goal.
Boy, it looks like Gloucester has him penned in, and then all of a sudden he finds another hole.
He also drags tacklers with him too, Coach. He's strong. It's at the 9, so it's a 10-yard gain.
They're certainly, well...
Clock is moving, and
yeah,
it's
it is moving.
First and goal at the 9.
No sense of urgency here.
Well, they've got 2 timeouts left. So they're going to send same formation, send Reedy out and Coakley out wide to the right. Ball in the middle of the field between the hash marks at the Gloucester 9. Borders in the shotgun. He's going to run to his right, gets a block. He's got some room, and he squirts back inside the 5 to the... Well, they're going to put it right at the 5. 4-yard gain. Second and goal from the 5, clock moving. 59 seconds and running. Ball at the far hash mark. Gloucester backed up against it. This will be the 6th play of this drive. All offense tonight, or this afternoon in this one. This morning. Went through the whole day. Second and goal. Coakley now is the tailback in the stacked eye. And Coakley gets it, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard. Now, excuse me, it's 3rd down, and the clock has stopped at 24 seconds. Nobody getting up off the pile. What's going on? Nobody's getting up, Coach. You think there's a loose ball down there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Usually you throw a beanbag if there is.
Well, that's still jockeying, and you can't peel the players off each other. There's still a pile up down there at the 4. And now they're starting to throw the guys off, and Falcons retain possession. Clock holding at 24 seconds as I believe Danvers has taken a timeout.
This is big for both teams.
Well, you got 2 more downs if they need it. It's 3rd and goal from the 5. Yeah, I think I'll sit down too. Whew, mercy. What do you think?
Well, they still got another timeout, so they could, go with another run. They're about 5 yards to go, so I might anticipate 2 passes.
Beverly leading Salem 17-0 with 1:36 left to go in the first half. I don't think that's a surprise. Beverly, what a great job Beverly did in the playoffs. Wow.
Yeah, those were 2 tough teams.
Tewksbury and Bill Ricca, mercy.
Both of them.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's...
Duxbury, though, is when we went to the Super Bowl, and I think it was in 2008
or 7, somewhere on there?
2008,
9,
right?
8.
We played Duxbury, and boy, they were tough. They had, I would say, 5 Division I players, not all in football, but there were 2 that were going for lacrosse. And the thing that I remember about that game is they stopped our sweep without their secondary, and no one's ever done that.
Well, Mameron is an amazing coach, and his son's amazing quarterback, and their receiver is number 1, going to Division I in Harvard. Okay, pop pass over the middle, knockdown, penalty on Gloucester. That looked like just bumping, and I don't know, man. I don't know about that one. This will be against Gloucester. The pass was incomplete, but there was a lot of bumping, and it looked like players just going, oh, man.
It's pass interference.
Yeah.
I mean, the ball's in the air, and they're all over him.
Can't do it. So it is interference. It's
it goes
halfway
to the
goal.
1-yard line. No, I believe it goes to the 1 because it was in the end zone.
Was it in the end zone? Okay. I'm going to say it's, well, there's a discussion now. Dick Sawchuk talking with his crew out there, and I'm going to guess it's, well, I'll go with Coach. I thought it might be
Believe me,
halfway.
I know this because it happened on this field to me.
Okay, so it'll go.
No, yeah. Is it the 1? No?
No.
It's halfway. Boy, I'll tell you.
I know
what happened to me.
Wow. Well, it is first and goal from the 2.5 maybe, and it's 20 seconds remaining. and it would have been a 4th down with the incompletion. So Danvers gets another couple of efforts if they want it, but they also have a tremendous kicker in Zebek if they choose to go for the 3. But Coakley is the tailback in the stacked I. And Borders is the quarterback. Watch out for a keeper. It's going to be Coakley. Handoff right side, end zone, touchdown. And it's now 21-8. Danvers. 2-yard touchdown for Coakley.
Gloucester player down, too.
Say again?
There's a Gloucester player down.
Uh-oh.
Now, most coaches have what's called a go for 2 chart, and it tells you the difference between the scores. And tells you, it advises you whether to go for 2 or go for 1. And because a lot of times during the game you get these odd combinations and you're standing there on the sideline trying to figure out, well, should we go for 1? Did we go for 2? And you're trying to figure out all the different possibilities. So the chart advises you on what to do.
All right, that's one of the Gabriel brothers. That's Ryan, 6'2", 230, coming out of the game limping a little bit. And I think, wasn't he injured in the Marblehead game?
Right, he was. So
yeah.
He's
all right, so
had an issue with his ankle.
We're talking 8 plays and 57 yards in that one. And Denver's threatening to pull away. 21-8, I wouldn't call it a game yet, but they've scored in 3 of their 4 possessions. And Zebek, play action, and it's going to be a toss into the end zone, caught. And it's number 2 to number 18, Reedy. And it's Justin Mullaney, who was the quarterback in the first game that you and I did against Winthrop, Coach.
Right. Nice throw. I mean, he threw it high, and the receiver went up and got it.
And that was the call all the way. So it's now 23-8, and it's back up to a 15-point lead. Falcons led 15-0. Gloucester cut it 15-8. Now it's 23-8. 17 seconds left to go in this first half. On this Thanksgiving, is it still morning? It is.
And I can't get used to, Rick, is just having the stands on one side.
That's weird, isn't it?
Well, it's, I always loved, looking across and, the opposition, cheering or booing, and, you're facing them, so.
Yeah, and everybody, sometimes you have the opposing schools' fans sit among one another. But I guess it's a question of economy for the schools. 23-8, Coakley, his second touchdown of the morning from 2 yards out. And squib kick, short kick. We're going to let it go through. Picked up by Oliver, is it? Romeo? Oh, it's Ortiz, and he gets it to the 30. Yep, okay, so 12 seconds left, 1 play for Gloucester at their own 31. Do you do anything with it?
I think if it was 1 score, I wouldn't. But it's 2 scores, I might just try to pop a trap. I wouldn't take a knee. I'd give it a shot or run Sanfilippo on a sweep.
All right, and they've got Coakley, 5, 10, 15, 20 yards off the line of scrimmage in the umbrella. And Reedy is back there with him. So Nate Young under center with the split backfield, and he's going to try to pass. He's got some time, and he throws it over the middle. It's caught by at the 41-yard line, and it is Oliver with the catch.
It's a little risky. I don't know.
Over the middle? Yeah. Out to the 41. First down. Yep. And so there's still time. There's 6 seconds left if they called the timeout. 6 seconds left in the half. As the Fishermen do take the timeout. And that's 3 out of 4 for 51 yards for quarterback Nate Young. 6 seconds left to go, and the ball is at the Gloucester 41. We'll talk a little bit with Nick Kukru at the half, and then get ready for the second half, and this will be our next to the last football broadcast as we have Super Bowl coming up pretty soon. We'll be following Marblehead High School at the Division IIA Super Bowl down at Gillette, and that's a week from Saturday.
just going to do the one game, Rick? Or?
Yeah, we're just going to do the one game. Always a fun time. Haven't been down there since 2010.
Yeah, that'll be different for me. And I'm looking forward to it.
Absolutely. And congratulations to Marblehead playing Swampscott today, of course, in their Thanksgiving Day matchup. Well, here we go. 6 seconds left to go in this first half. And Fisherman have the ball at their own 41, down by 15 points. One man in the backfield, and it's a handoff to that man. He's going to hit Sanfilippo, gets upended and hurdles, and he's not feeling too good. He's hurt. Sanfilippo is not getting up. He's at the 42. Gets the gain to the 42, and he's going to limp off.
Well, they put him at fullback and ran the fullback trap. It's going to be the end of the half, too.
Sanfilippo got 17 on the carry, but his health is of import at the moment.
I think he's walking better. Tough kid.
Oh, most definitely. 15th carry for Sanfilippo. 122 yards, but that's the end of the half. Terrific half here at Dr. Deering Stadium, with Danvers leading it by a score of 23-8. So we'll be back. Stay with us on this Thanksgiving morning.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I want to wish all of our listeners a very happy Thanksgiving Day. For those of us who are sports fans, this day is like no other in the year. And Thanksgiving wouldn't be the holiday it is if it didn't start with a football game. Today I'm remembering a similar day, some 60 years ago, when a young boy was allowed to attend his first Thanksgiving Day game at Stackpole Field in Saugus and saw his beloved Sachems defeat Peabody 47-14. I can still remember that morning as if it were yesterday, and I'm sure all of you have similar memories, which you cherish as I do. Whether your game is Salem Beverly, Gloucester Danvers, English Classical, or St. John Xaverian, I do hope your day is filled with family and friends and great gridiron action. There is so much in our world, and especially in the sports world, that is changing. Hopefully Thanksgiving Day, and all that it means to us, will always remain very much the same.
Harrington's Trophy and Awards has been rewarding the North Shore for over 25 years. Hi, I'm Kevin Harrington.
And I am Marty Harrington, and we are known for our local family business, providing custom trophies, plaques, screen printing, embroidery, and much more. We offer a variety of services such as engraving wedding gifts, medals for charity walks, youth sports trophies, and uniforms. From the newest style performance wear to your everyday work shirts, we are your one-stop shop. Whether it's a fantasy football, warm-up suits for your team, end-of-the-year banquet gifts, or recognizing excellence, we pride our business on our exceptional customer service and quality products. Located in Lynn, or visit our website at harringtontrophy.com.
Gloria Food Store is still Beverly's #1 deli, and no matter what New England weather is thrown at us, Gloria is open. With fresh bread delivered from Sunray Bakery every morning, Gloria can provide party platters, calzones, hot trays, cold trays, salad trays, and finger sandwiches for whatever you have planned. Call in your order at 978-922-3613, stop in at 268 Rantoul Street, or visit GloriaFoodStore.com.
People come in, take a seat, you're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night, satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Hi, this is Saka Sarkeesian, owner of Sarkeesian Sportswear, located on Route 1 South in Peabody. We are a sports team dealer and custom apparel distributor that can handle all of your team's or company's uniform and apparel needs. So stop by and visit us at 182 Newbury Street in Peabody to see our storefront. Visit with our friendly and helpful staff and let us help you get the right fit for your program. Also, you can visit our website, sarkeesiansports.com, to view our monthly specials and learn more about us.
MSONEWSports.com. MSO Radio.
It is halftime from Dr. Deering Stadium in Danvers, and it's 23-8. The hometown Falcons in the lead in what has been a tremendous offensive explosion by two evenly matched high school teams. I'm Rick Moore, along with Paul Ingram, our producer and engineer, Bill Proposki, our streamographer, and Una Castro. And joining us upstairs as he's writing feverishly here, his notes and so on, is the Gloucester Times sports editor, Nick Kukru. Happy Thanksgiving, Nick.
Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to
you
going? Too. Excellent, thanks.
Very good, very good. I heard, I don't know if you heard, but the Prep, I guess, had a brutal game last night with Bavarian. And
20-yard field goal miss at the
end.
And
the quarterback got sick, and it was brutal. So, I guess Prep had a chance to pull that thing out and came up a little bit short. Should point out, we're watching a ceremony at halftime here. I'm not entirely filled in on it, but the Morse...
it's a field dedication.
Yeah, the Morse family apparently came up with a huge matching donation to get this field.
I was going to say, what do the Morse family do to get all those great seats in the house? But, I mean, if they're making that donation, they give them those seats.
Well, the money figure I heard is incredible, so exactly. It's good for them.
They definitely earned the best seats in the house.
Oh, you got that right. Every day. Man. So, Coach Nick, in the paper, I saw the write-up, and you had a lot of fun writing this stuff. I talked with both coaches, and Thanksgiving is still special, despite the fact that games don't mean a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, and I kind of love it. Back when I played Gloucester and Danvers, Thanksgiving wasn't much of a rivalry. I don't want to say that it didn't mean a whole lot to us, because it did, but Danvers was a little down, we were way up. But now, with the teams evenly matched, I feel like the last 3 to 5 years, Thanksgiving football between these two teams has been unbelievable.
Absolutely, terrific games, and I talked with one of the captains of the Danvers Falcons, Matt Andreas. Everybody knows that name and how well he has done and what a great kid he is. A two-sport athlete. The Moynihan Lumber North Shore Student Athlete of the Month for October.
Yeah, his mother's our publisher.
Yes, she is. We should. Yes, she is. We should point that out. And a terrific sports fan. She and her family are just great supporters of high school athletics all the way across the board.
Absolutely, which is great for me, because she wants us to promote high school sports as much as we can, and we love promoting high school sports.
Well, they do, and I know that there's I think 7 or 8 newspapers under her umbrella, and I know the Newburyport paper, the Newburyport, the Gloucester paper, the Salem paper, all under that leadership of Karen Andreas, and you guys do a great job, Phil and Dan Harrison, Phil Stacy, and you, and there's a lot of great stuff. And did you uncover any nugget that maybe you didn't know in doing the research on this one? Because I know that your granddad's files go back 2,000 or 3,000 years.
Yeah, exactly. I thought those scores from the late 1800s were pretty interesting. I don't know how you get a 4-0 football score, but
is that right?
I don't know how they scored the game back in those days.
I know, a couple of safeties. I don't know, maybe.
But there was a bunch of
4-0
scores with 4.
Is that right?
So I don't know how the game was scored back then, but I also found the rivalry interesting. They go back 100 plus years with Beverly, close to 100 with Salem, but there was about a 45-year stretch where they didn't play Danvers, which I was surprised to see.
It started out, I know I was in Gloucester one year, my senior year. I came up here in 65, 66. And I think that was the second year of the rivalry.
I want to say 64 was the first year on Thanksgiving.
The fall of 65, so it wasn't like other schools have.
Yeah.
And Gloucester didn't have a win going into that game, and they beat Danvers, and it made their whole season.
Yeah, that's Thanksgiving for you. We've seen upsets in this series, that we didn't see coming on both ends. I think last year a lot of people thought Danvers was going to win. I know Danvers has had some unexpected wins over Gloucester in the past, decade and a half as well. That's what's great about Thanksgiving football. It's a rivalry, and anything can happen.
One of the things that Danvers has done, I think, perhaps a little bit differently is weight trained and try to take a different look at stamina, because last year they got beat up in the playoffs.
And I think it all comes back to when Coach Terrio got in there. They were not a very physical team before he got there. They were good some years, but now they are one of the more physical teams in the conference year in, year out. And as we're seeing here today, especially up front, I feel like that's a big culture change that they had, and you've seen the program take off because of it.
And we should mention, Coach Ingram and I were having a talk about statistics recently, and you look at Christian Sanfilippo, what he's done for Gloucester, and almost 2,000 yards this year, and I'm still amazed by the way he broke into the lineup last year, because he was not an afterthought, but he was a bench guy, that they could rely on. But no more in that third game. They had to play him.
Yeah, exactly. He's such a load to take down. We saw it his sophomore year too. I don't think we've seen a sophomore put up around 500 yards. I think it was just under, but he had 4 straight 100-yard games when Gloucester was in the consolation round. that year. So he kind of burst onto the scene then, and you look at a lot of those other record-setting running backs, Nick Gigalone, Connor Russell, Andrew Fulford. They really only had 2 years to build on that, and he's had 3 years of production.
And I think one
really
thing
run away with the record.
Yeah, and not just to discuss it. A lot of those games that the other guys you talked about, they didn't play a lot in the second half.
Yeah, that's true. Especially, actually, both of them, Nick and Connor. Well, though Connor Russell did play 13 games the year that he set his record, so Christian's only going to get 11. But it's true. There were a lot of games in the second half where the game was over, and it was a JV game for the better part of 22 minutes.
Well, we're going to be going down to Gillette in a couple of weeks to see the Marblehead Falmouth game, to broadcast that game. And just going to the playoffs, I marvel at how well Marblehead has done. I marvel at the University of Everett South in Duxbury. They're just incredible.
They really are.
But you know what? This Gloucester team and the Danvers team, man, they showed well, and Gloucester got physically pushed around by Marblehead, but they hung in there, and I thought that was a tremendous game that I think those kids will remember.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they gave them all they had. Marblehead had more talent. I mean, that's what it comes down to. They spread the ball around as well as I've seen a high school team spread the ball around. I do. I hope they win. Because Coach Rudloff, Jim Rudloff, he's been around for a while, knocking at the door. He really built that program up, and I'd like to see them break through and get that Super Bowl win under his belt. We've seen some of the other great coaches in the NEC. Coach Ingram standing behind us. Steve Dombowski and Dan Bauer all have those Super Bowl titles, and I'd like to see Rudloff join that club.
Well, your colleague Matt Williams over at the Salem News after the game, I'm not sure if you were there or not, but he asked Coach Rudolph, what's the difference between last year and this year, because he got so close last year and Danvers knocked him out.
Yeah.
And he said it's weight training, no question.
Mm-hmm.
Thursdays they do weight training.
Yeah.
That's the difference, and they're committed to it.
Yep.
So it's that dedication, and again, I think it speaks well of public education.
Absolutely.
And I'm going to say that because editorially speaking, I'm an opponent to one of the questions that died in Massachusetts. I'm a public school teacher, and I think it speaks so well of all these coaches who do such a great job with these kids.
Without question. I think we're lucky in this area. There's so many great, dedicated coaches, and look how far the NEC's come. We're seeing in this playoff format, they're moving up, they're moving far. There's, all NEC final last year in Division III Northeast.
And look at Beverly against Tewksbury and against Billerica.
I was kind of embarrassed. I thought that Tewksbury was going to wipe the floor with Beverly, so I picked in print on the record 42-14 Tewksbury, and I looked like an idiot.
Yeah, well, Bill Newell and I have never done that. Somebody has asked us to do that. We have never, ever done it. I've never picked. I won't do it. I leave that for you guys and the Bill Burts of the world.
It's fun, we don't mind, if I'm wrong, I don't mind hearing it from some of the kids.
I think,
wrong. And it's all in good fun too. It's nothing,
And the difference is you're the hometown guy.
Exactly. I've never heard somebody, say, oh, hey, I'll get like a nice pick this week, if it's wrong, I'll own it,
Well, we look at the whole league, and it was tough for me sitting in there talking with Matt Andreas this week and saying, Matt, I used to teach at Gloucester High School, and his eyes just lit up, but he's cool. Yeah, he gets it. All right, so Nick, this very entertaining first half, and let's compare stats here. Is that all right with you?
Yes, I just haven't added up Borders numbers yet.
All right,
I know they're really good.
Go ahead with Borders. I've got 7 out of 9 for 137 on Borders.
That sounds about right. I got it right around there as well.
188 total yards for Danvers. For Gloucester, I got 151 total yards. I've got Nate Young, 3 out of 4 for 51.
3 out of 4 for 51. Then I got Sanfilippo, 15 carries for 124 yards.
All right, I got 15 for 122.
Perfect.
I'm going to change it to 124.
So
fantastic.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I think the difference is Danvers has been much more multifaceted. The Borders running. They've hit Coakley on the edge. They've hit a couple nice passes down the field to different guys, where Gloucester hasn't been able to get much going outside of Sanfilippo off tackle, Sanfilippo on the sweep.
Well, they've had a couple of pass completions.
Pass completions, yeah, and that was big. That Nate Young completion to Eric Cameron was big because you saw it opened up Sanfilippo the very next play. You have to respect that. They're going to have to complete a couple more of those because that Danvers front line, especially on the interior, there's been no room for Jermaine Edwards to operate on the trap.
And we should mention, I'm glad you brought that up because Coach Terrio, time and again, has mentioned his line, and I'm trying to find my my depth chart here so I can get the names right.
That might be the difference in the game right now. You know, the Danvers line, you know, dug down deep and made 2 big 4th down stops, and I mean that's the difference right now in the game.
And Gloucester had momentum; they were rolling right along. And I want to mention
they moved the ball. They might the total yards is about even, but the scoreboard's not even close to even.
I don't know where my depth chart went. It just disappeared. I was going to mention Bruno Abatessa and some of those other guys because Coach Theriault did mention them in our pregame show as well. Big guys for Danvers. So I don't know what happened to it. And I need that for the second half. It just disappeared. All right, well, Nick, we sort of have to wrap things up here and get moving as the halftime festivities are over. But I want to wish you and your beautiful family happy Thanksgiving.
Appreciate it.
And we'll talk to you later. Happy Thanksgiving. All right.
Absolutely.
Thanks. That's Nick Kukru, the Gloucester Times. We'll be right back after we take a break. Halftime, it's 23-8, Danvers over Gloucester. We'll be back.
The Porthole Restaurant is a North Shore dining tradition. Enjoy waterfront dining in a casual atmosphere. The Porthole features outstanding quality, quantity, and price. Known for a full variety of menu selections, you must try the award-winning clam chowder, fresh off-the-boat seafood, lobsters, prime rib, steaks and chops, daily luncheon and dinner specials. They feature spacious and well-appointed function rooms. The Porthole, a great value, a great dining experience. Open for lunch and dinner 7 days a week on the water on the Lynnway in Lynn.
The Lynn Museum, located at 590 Washington Street in the heart of Lynn's emerging downtown cultural district, offers a unique perspective on history as told through the experiences of one of America's most consequential cities. Come this fall and see our newest exhibits, Industry and Craft, People at Work in Lynn, and Collecting for the Objects of Lynn. We're open Tuesdays through Fridays, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., Saturdays, 9 to 1 p.m., or online at lynnmuseum.org.
Fact is, including the commute, people spend 10 hours a day at work. No wonder they're forced to buy car insurance in 15 minutes. They just don't have time to go meet with someone. Well, Columbia Insurance has an alternative. The insurance professionals at Columbia Insurance Agency will meet with you at your workplace. Even better, we'll go to the registry and bring your plates back to you at work, free of charge. At Columbia Insurance Agency, we come to you, and we really do. Visit ColumbiaInsuranceAgency.net and set up an appointment today. That's ColumbiaInsuranceAgency.net.
Team up with the Daily Item at itemlive.com, your community information connection. The Daily Item features colorful, timely stories highlighting the North Shore. The new Look page focuses on people, places, and things. The Item is presenting news in a user-friendly format. Don't miss any local news or reading features on your neighbors. Check out the Item today. It's all new every day. For home delivery, call 781-593-7700 or go to itemlive.com. Honeydews seasonal favorites are finally here. Nothing says fall more on a crisp, cool morning than a hot pumpkin spice or maple cream coffee. Complement these coffee flavors with a tasty pumpkin muffin, deliciously sweet cranberry apple stick, or a freshly baked tart apple cider donut. Visit our locally owned and operated Honeydew donut shops located on the Lynnway and Western Avenue in Lynn, Eastern Avenue in Malden, Canal Street in Salem, and Meridian Street in East Boston. And experience Honeydew's flavors of the fall today. This is MSONEWSports.com.
Indeed it is, and Paul Ingram back in the chair now. And Coach, talking to the younger coaches, Tony Zerilli, Sean Theriault, Tony, of course, with Gloucester and Sean over with Danvers. They seem to be able to, I want to use the word compartmentalize after a Thanksgiving Day game. And I'm not so sure that your generation could do that quite as easily as these guys. They have younger families. Maybe that makes a difference. But the point I'm getting at is that this is, in Eastern Massachusetts, this is a very emotional experience.
Yeah. Well, I think it's personal. Everyone's different. But I found that even as I got older, I took the losses harder. And I don't think it should be that way, you know. But you are who you are. And,
where'd that come from? Because you go back, I don't know if you played Pee Wee, but I know you played high school and college, and taking a loss, where'd that come from? You remember back then how it felt?
Yeah, I remember my junior year we were undefeated and we lost a game to old Rochester, and that, boy, it was something. It was something I had never experienced before. And, then my senior year we went undefeated, and then I went on to play in college, and my my senior year, I started quarterback, and we were 7-0 and lost our last 2 games. And boy, it just you sort of something that you just couldn't get over like you could at other sports. I played other sports, and it just wasn't the same. And as a coach, I was the same way. It's very, I'm not sure it's healthy, but, I always, the assistant coach used to laugh because whenever we lost on Thanksgiving Day, I would go shopping the next day and buy myself a big item.
Yeah, Coach, you really mentioned that. You mentioned that.
Buy a TV or something,
There you go. That takes a little sting out of it, huh? All right. So let's get back to this one. Danvers leading, I don't want to say comfortably, because I'm not sure it's comfortably.
Yeah.
But they are leading by 15, and that's pretty big. And let's just recap the scoring. It was Dean Borders from a yard out, finishing off an 8-play, 72-yard touchdown drive in the first quarter with 7:14 left to go. Gave the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And then on the next possession by Danvers, after shutting Gloucester down at the Falcon 11-yard line, it was Taj Coakley from 35 yards away, Borders with the pass, Coakley with the catch, and with 9:18 left to go first half, 15-0 Danvers, and plays 67 yards. Before Gloucester answered with 7:34 left to go in the half, Christian Sanfilippo, a 25-yard run. Sanfilippo also got the 2-point conversion, and that was 4 plays, 77 yards, 15-8 at that point. But then, right at the end of the half, Taj Coakley, 2-yard touchdown run, 8 plays, 57 yards for the Falcons with 17 seconds left. They get the 2-point conversion, and they lead 23-8. As we get ready for the second half, Gloucester will be receiving to our left. Danvers will be kicking off from right to left on that far hash mark. So, Coach, I don't know. How do you look at this if you're...
Well, I think you're right. I don't think certainly Gloucester's out of it. It's I think with Sanfilippo at full speed will be an issue.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as he's in the game, I don't know if it's safe because he can break them. But there's a lot of weapons over on the other side too. I mean, Danvers has probably got more weapons.
Well, that could be key, no doubt. I mean, they've got, on offense, we'll talk about it as we go along, but besides Coakley, it's Quinn Holland and Dean Borders and Reedy. All right, this is a short kick coming down to the 25, going to be returned to the 30 and not much more, maybe to the 34, and get the number of that receiver.
The last 3 years...
Pena Ortez.
Boy, Danvers has got some really good tacklers, and a lot of people kind of... it's a real skill to be a good tackler, and I've been very impressed with them the last 3 years.
Did you not say earlier this year also that Gloucester had some pretty good tacklers on defense?
Yeah, they did, but it just seems like Danvers the last 3 years has really stood out.
Okay. All right, so Gloucester gets the ball first to start the second half. Stacked I formation, set up behind Young. Now they're going to shift out of it into, oh boy, illegal shift. Or some kind of a motion call against Gloucester. Yep, illegal procedure. That's not the way you want to start on offense. So immediately it's 1st and 15. And again, temperature low 40s, terrific crowd here, a lot of Gloucester student body here. I see some of the athletes from other sports are here supporting the Fisherman. And of course, Danvers crowd, tremendous as well. 1st and 15 as Gloucester goes to the normal pro set. Handoff from left to right is Sanfilippo. Gets it back close to the original line for about 4 yards.
He doesn't look like he's hampered too much.
What were you looking at, Paul, when anything in particular when you saw him run that time?
Well, I mean, he's not limping.
Okay.
And one of the things is, as long as you keep going, I mean, it's going to hurt a lot tomorrow.
Don't take the boot off, huh?
Yeah, but as long as you keep going in the game, the adrenaline flowing, you'll be okay. He's a fullback again.
About a 3-yard gain, yes. He's set up right behind the quarterback, but this time it's a handoff to Pena Ortiz, and he gets it out to the 35. And so 2-yard gain, it'll be 3rd and 9 or 3rd and 10. Looks like it's 3rd and 10. So big third down to start the second half here for Gloucester right away. Obviously, from a fan's point of view, they need to keep the ball away from Danvers. Falcons just ball control up and down. All right, here we go. 3rd and 10 for Gloucester. Far hash mark going from left to right. Play action. Young with time. Throws it over the middle. It's complete, but short of the first down. And it is Emerson with the catch, but it's well short of the first down.
Well, it should be interesting. I mean, they went for 4th down, and he's got about the same situation, 4th and about 4.
Right. And it's at the 41, 8-yard
They're
gain.
going to punt. Yeah, I don't think you can, at this stage of the second half, I don't think you can afford to give Danvers the ball here.
Well, the difference, too, was that it was at the Danvers 49. It's a 10-yard difference right now back at the Gloucester 41. So Cassaterri will punt from about his own 32, and Coakley will go back in deep punt formation for Danvers. Blocked, and it's picked up by Pena Ortiz, smothered at the 24. There's a game changer.
Wow.
So the Falcons with a real chance now to put this thing out of sight.
Boy, I think there were 2 guys who blocked it.
No chance for Cassaterri that time. And Pena Ortiz picked it up, trying to go forward. Instead, he was buried back at the Gloucester 24-yard line. Tremendous defensive play by Danvers.
Well, they came from the far sideline, but wow.
So it's 1st and 10 Falcons now at the Gloucester 24-yard line. Borders, the quarterback, with Coakley, the tailback. Pitch to Coakley, sweep to the right, following Quinn Holland. Cuts it inside, goes outside, 20, 15, and out of bounds inside the 15.
Uh-oh, someone's... Quinlan, he's up.
Yep, it's at the 12, so
You
1st
know,
and 10.
One of the things, Rick, and I don't want to get too technical here, but Gloucester's playing what's called a 3-4 defense, and we used to call it a 52, and we'd have defensive ends that were,
Athletic linebacker types?
No, they were
down
big
right.
studs, and Mark Bavaro and people like that.
Philpott and Eunice, yeah.
And they've gone with these small, they call them outside linebackers, but boy.
Coakley, sweep to the left. He's got a clear shot, and he's going to be dragged down by Nate Young at the 5. Wow, 7-yard gain for Taj Coakley. He's doing it on the ground, doing it in the air. 2 touchdowns for Coakley, and it is 2nd and goal. No, check it. 2nd and about 3 for the first down. They can get a first down at around the 2. So 2nd and...
See, Danvers is going 2 tight ends, so Gloucester's outside linebackers have to play like defensive ends. They have to play up, and they're not big physical kids.
So they're overmatched. All right, so now it's on the near hash mark. Coakley again, the tailback. And Borders is under center with the 2nd and 2 for the first down. It is a pitch to Coakley, and he's going to go into the end zone for the touchdown. My, it's now 29-8 Danvers. So 5-yard touchdown run, 3rd touchdown of the game for Coakley. And that's in 3 plays. They go the 24 yards and up the lead to 29-8. So 3rd touchdown for Coakley. And you can credit that to the block punt. I mean, that's what changed everything.
The boy who centers on this is number 4 for Danvers, and Brendan Tracy, and he's all year long he's centered on the extra points, and I don't think he's 5'5", 110 pounds, but he must be good at it.
He's a sophomore. Yeah.
Look at him.
That's funny. Okay, and
Gonna go with a water bucket again.
Yep, and let's see what they do. Waiting, and they're going to shift into the kicking formation. Milani again is the holder. And Zebic, of course, is the kicker, and he's money. He's been money all year long. Gloucester jumps.
No, I believe Danvers number 50 moved his. foot, inside foot.
Offside Gloucester. Now they pick up a yard or half a yard. But Danvers, man, that was huge. Getting the block punt to start this second half and then going in for another score, and that's going to make it tough for Gloucester.
No, they did call it on.
Offside on Gloucester. And now we are waiting to see what the attempt will be. More and more people ringing the stadium. Terrific crowd. Near stands, the only stands, packed. Great to see a big Thanksgiving morning crowd. So there again.
See if this changes. Water bucket.
Yes. It does. Short snap to Quinn Holland, and he goes in. 2 more points. 31-8, Danvers. Wow.
A little bit of a shocker here.
Well, 2 things, Paul. I think the defensive stops that shut down the momentum. That very first one, when Gloucester had the ball, got it all the way down to the 11.
Right.
And Danvers stopped them right there, got the penalty, came back and scored. And then another drive late in the half. Gloucester's going 4th down at midfield. They got a couple yards to go, and they couldn't get it. So you got two defensive stops, and then you've got this block punt. So credit the Danvers defense. You know they've got offensive weapons, but the defense has, at this point, made the difference.
Well, and you're right, too. Offensively, they haven't missed a beat not having Andreas. And, I mean, it's Borders has played more of a role.
They've scored in every possession except one. So, Falcons will be kicking off from the 40 as usual. Zebek on that far hash mark. It's a high, very short kick to Ortiz, who's going to get it at the 28. Return to the 30, 35, and stopped at 36. So the Fishermen really have a tall task ahead of them now with 7:38 left to go in this third quarter. 31-8.
Nate Young has to, they're going to have to throw the ball a little bit. Now, that last series, they put Sanfilippo at fullback on a couple of plays, and I'm not sure why.
1st and 10 for Gloucester. Trailing by 23 at this point. I formation, they'll shift. And put a wing off to the left with the pitch to Sanfilippo going to his left, trying to following some blockers, but Coakley breaks through it and stops Sanfilippo after a short gain.
He seems fine physically, Sanfilippo.
Well, that's good. Give him a yard to the Gloucester 38, 2nd and 9. And for Sanfilippo, let's see, 16th carry. Did he have any on the previous? 17 carries, 18 carries, 145 yards for Christian Sanfilippo, and the 1 touchdown. 2nd down, 9, Gloucester. Clock moving at 7. No, it's not. Stop. Must have gone out of bounds. 7:31 left to go in the quarter. Cameron goes as the up back in the I formation that they shift out of and go to their pro set. Nate Young with a long count under center. He wants to pass, looking to his left, running to his left, and getting out of bounds across the 40.
Nate can be a weapon running the ball. He's got great speed and
put it to 43, 5-yard gain.
There really wasn't anything there.
3rd and 4. We got winter sports coming up in a few weeks. We'll be starting hockey mid-December. Some live streaming broadcasts of hockey and basketball, and maybe even something bigger down the road on MSONEWSports. I'm Rick Moore. Paul Ingram is here. Bill Poprowski, our producer and engineer. Andrew Nicastro, our streamographer. As we roll down toward the 7-minute mark. And Sanfilippo is hit in the backfield, breaks a tackle, and gets it back to the 42. Almost a 5-yard loss. Instead, it's only a 1-yard loss. It's a 2-yard loss as they put it at the 41.
Well, Well, looks like they're going for it.
Fourth down, and almost 6 to go for the first down. As Danvers just really pounding away on defense in this second half. Gloucester does not have a first down so far in this second half. Young under center. Sanfilippo, play action fake. Young, look out. He's going to get hit from behind. Throws it off complete to Edward on a dump pass. They're going to say it's incomplete. And Danvers takes over at the Gloucester 41-yard line. Say it's an incomplete pass.
And Danvers will take over on downs, 1st and 10 on the Gloucester.
And this one has a whole different look here now, Coach, in the second half. Danvers starting again on Gloucester side of field.
Still hanging right top. Still hanging in there.
The Gloucester has 11 yards so far in this second half. Danvers starting at the Gloucester 41 with 6.5 left to go. We're still in the third quarter. Long way to go.
Well, Danvers is going to take their time.
Well, boy, they're in charge. Tremendous game by Danvers today. Pitch to Coakley, sweeping to the right, goes to the 40. There he goes outside, 35 and 30. Gets the first down.
Well, see, those two tight ends is killing Gloucester. They're getting no support from the outside, and Coakley's a junior, by the way.
So the rest of the league is on notice. Bruno Abatessa is the big center. Cole Johnson, Kyle Purcell, high marks from Coach Terrio. The guards, Jack Ackerley, Brad Anderson, are the tackles. Borders the quarterback, Coakley Holland in the backfield. Kieran Moriarty, the tight end, Matt Reedy, and Justin Curtis, receivers. Pitch to double reverse, Reedy, play action. Halfback option. It's open, it's complete to Moriarty at the 5, and he brings it down to the 1. Halfback option, actually it's a receiver option pass from Reedy to Moriarty, first and goal.
Well, everything's worked today for Danvers. I mean,
wow.
The extra points, the fake extra point.
It's at the 1.
It's amazing.
29 yards from Reedy to Moriarty, first and goal from the 1. 6 minutes left to go with the clock running.
First and goal, Falcons inside the 1.
Now, let's see. New running back in the game, and Zach Sasso is back at tailback. No, I'm sorry, he's the up back. Coakley is the tailback. First and goal from the 1. Board is the quarterback. And he'll keep it and goes in for the touchdown. It's now 37-8. Danvers just running away with it. Wow. So 3 plays, 43 more yards, and another touchdown for Danvers. And let's see here. 3 plays, 43, 255 yards of offense for the Falcons. And we have 5:36 remaining, still in the third quarter. They go for 2 again?
I don't think so.
Now let's see. Yeah, they're going to look like they'll go for 1.
Should only go for 1 here, but you never know.
Quiet crowd, and looks like it's going to be right through, and it is. 38-8, Danvers. So I think at this point we will take a break with the Falcons up by 30 points here on Thanksgiving morning from Dr. Deering Stadium. We'll be back.
You're listening to High School Football North Shore. People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink,
Watch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for two. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Well, one thing we do know is that Gloucester doesn't quit, but man, what a game by Danvers, just taking advantage of their defense, doing a tremendous job, and no Matt Andreas, no problem.
Very impressive play today for all aspects of the game. Kicking game, defense, offense, passing game, running game.
Penalty after the touchdown. We'll put the ball at the Gloucester 45 to kick this thing off. Didn't see what it is. So just add injury to insult, or insult to injury, I guess. Zebic will kick a line drive that's going to be picked up by Ortiz at the 5. He'll return it to the 10. And will he get to the 15? Nope. Gloucester will start inside their own 15-yard line. 5:28 left to go in this one. North Shore Sports Night on Monday night. We'll have Super Bowl game Marblehead Falmouth next Saturday, a week from Saturday. And then we'll get into some winter sports. Have lots of radio games and some video streaming as well. Hope you're enjoying this video streaming on this Thanksgiving morning. I think it's still morning. Fisherman starting from their own 15. And San Filippo trying to cut it outside. Not sure he's going to make it. And he gets to the 20. And let's see. San Filippo gets it to the... Oh, we got a Danvers player hurt.
We've got a player shaking up down on it. Frank Abertessa is down and holding the back of his leg. I don't know if he had a cramp.
He's a junior, so we'll take a break as San Filippo did advance the ball out to the 23-yard line. And for San Filippo, an 8-yard gain. And he's having his usual stellar game, but just can't get into the end zone. 20 carries, 151 yards so far.
Hi folks, this is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber. If you're thinking of replacing the windows in your home, you should look at the Anderson Woodwright double hung insert window, which comes with rich wood interiors in oak, pine, or maple. Quite simply, Anderson is the most trusted window in America. That's why we've been selling them for 57 years. Please see the Anderson Woodwright windows on display at any of our 3 locations in North Reading, Beverly, and Plastow, New Hampshire, or at MoynihanLumber.com.
Moynihan Lumber, we measure up.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
Junior Franco Abatessa had to be helped off the field for Danvers. 2nd down and 2 for Gloucester at their own 23. Looked like a leg injury to Abatessa. Gloucester has a 2nd and 2. They're at the far hash mark, moving from left to right. Facing a huge deficit in this one with lots of time left to go in the game. This time San Filippo cuts it off to the right and gets the first down out to the 27.
San Filippo on the carry. First down. Fisherman.
Ball is at the 28. Another 5 for San Filippo. Give you an update on his stats in a second here. Another run play.
Yeah.
And not much there.
Yeah, they're very good tacklers. Their secondary come right up and take him on. He's a tough kid to bring down in there.
1 yard.
They're talented.
So San Filippo, 22nd carry, 157 yards with just the 1 touchdown, though, and that's the huge thing, as Danvers has reeled off 2 quick touchdowns here in this 3rd quarter as a result of terrific defense. and they scored 2 touchdowns within a minute and a half. This time Cameron has it going around left end, and he's going to maybe squirt out to get the first down. Just across the 35, it looks like, so that'll be short.
Well, that's where they missed Mark Smith. He ran that very well. Not that Cameron didn't, but they're
holding on.
Yeah,
sorry, Coach.
It takes a long time for that to develop, and they had the corner out there for a long time. They must have held him.
So that goes all the way back. Yeah, to the Gloucester 19, and it'll be, oh my goodness, 2nd and almost 20. Ball is at the 19. They need to get it to the, where do they need to get it to? 30, almost to 39. So it's call it 2nd and 19. Inside their own zone deep at the 19, far hash mark. And of course Danvers with all the guys up on the line of scrimmage. Play action, Young throws to the right, going to be intercepted and dropped. And Coakley had nothing but stripes ahead of him. In and out of his hands at the 27 of Gloucester. Thought for sure that one was going to be intercepted.
I did too, but he may have taken a peek at the end zone before he caught it.
What a game for Coakley, though, Coach. Offense and defense. Borders, Coakley, and that whole line on offense and defense for Danvers.
Yeah, you got to give those interior linemen. I mean, they're tough.
Tremendous game. 3rd and 20 for Gloucester. And this is a handoff to Sanfilippo to the right, breaks the tackle, and he stopped at the 30, almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So give him 10, but it'll be 4th down. Put it at the right at the 30, so he gets 11.
You know, these are tough calls. I mean, do you punt? Do you go for it? I mean, if you want to win the game, you got to go for it.
Well, yeah, but they haven't stopped Danvers anywhere on the field, so I guess it really doesn't matter. Falcons just piping hot on offense and defense.
Geez, we still have 3 minutes left to go in
the 3rd quarter.
Boy.
Yeah. Gonna be late getting home for dinner, Coach. Okay, so here's the play action. Young looking to his left, and he'll be, well, he throws it to a lineman. That ain't gonna work. Gabriel catches it at the 25. He's down right there, and so Danvers will take over on downs.
Nice catch.
It was. He had to leap up for it. That's instinctive. But penalty against Gloucester will be declined, I'm sure. It's a loss of down anyway. So Danvers has the ball. No matter what, take it. Yep, they will back at the 25. So another short field for Danvers. They've started in the second half. Let's see, at the Gloucester 24, the Gloucester 43, and now the Gloucester 25. And 2:39 left to go. Still in the 3rd quarter. Approaching Thanksgiving afternoon. 1st and 10. Starting lineup still in there for Danvers. Coakley in motion. Gets the handoff. Sweep to the right. 25. And close to the 20.
The Thanksgiving Day trophy is on the Gloucester bench over here. And the last 2 games, they've had an issue with the other team coming over and taking it before the game ends. So I'll keep my eye on that.
Okay.
Happened to me too. They're high school kids. You can't predict what they're going to do.
3-yard gain, clock moving, and of course Danvers taking its time in the huddle. Not in any hurry whatsoever, leading by 30 with still 2 minutes to go in the 3rd. And Borders is under center. I don't see Coakley out there. And Reedy is in motion. It's a pitch to the tailback, going to come around 25 and to the 20, inside the 20. So nice gain by Danvers. Is that 27 or 17? 27. I thought it was 17. But it's Mike Darris, a senior running back. And so it's just inside the 20 at the 19. Third down for the Falcons and 5 to go for the first down. Some, at least a new running back in there with Mike Darris replacing Coakley. Right out to the right. Ball in the near hash mark. Danvers moving from right to left. Inside 1 minute, third quarter. Keeper by the quarterback borders, and he may go to the end zone. Carrying tacklers inside the 10. First and goal. Looks like it's right at the 10 is where they're going to put it. Have another injury? No. All right, so it looks like it's...
He's done that all year. He's,
yeah.
You know, it's a tough play to stop because it's positive yardage.
Mm-hmm. It's at the 10. Another 9-yard gain for the quarterback. And it's first and goal. I think it's first and goal. Yep, first and goal from the 10. They can't get the first down. The ball is resting right on the 10-yard line. 23 seconds left to go, fourth quarter. And let's see now. Darris is the tailback with Sasso the upback. Quarterback hands off to the tailback Darris. Line search has got 5 yards before he even gets up there.
Yeah. Gloucester's defense has been out there a long time, and they're worn down, and we still have a quarter to go.
Yep. There you go. After 3, Danvers second and goal from the 5, and they already lead 38-8. We'll be back.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender.
People come in, take a seat. You're really in for a treat at Sylvan Street. A great place to eat and drink and meet with family and friends at Sylvan Street. We'll treat you right, day or night. Satisfy your appetite. Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
Catch a game with friends, meet for lunch, cocktails after work, or a romantic dinner for 2. Whatever your plan to do it at Sylvan Street Grill in Peabody and Salisbury. See you at Sylvan Street.
Eat, drink, and chill at the Sylvan Street Grill.
MSONEWSports.com, MSO Radio.
We go into the fourth quarter. Coach, this is the first time this year I've seen the Gloucester bench dejected. They got their heads down, hands in the pockets. You don't see that. I mean, even in Marblehead, they were down huge, and you didn't see that. Total control by Danvers. Second and goal from the 5 of Gloucester. 38-8, Danvers. And Borders is still the quarterback. It's a handoff. No, Borders, yes, he is. Run play, no gain. Darris, the handoff again. And the ball.
It's a fine line, too, here, of play calling, because you want to score, but you don't want to look like you're running it up, and it's a little tricky situation.
Well, there's a 2-yard loss on that play. Back to the 7, second and goal from the 7. And we do have a bunch of new linemen in there for Danvers. Whole new line, looks like, for the Falcons up front. Although Abatessa is still anchoring the center. I formation behind the quarterback. Second and goal from the 7. Borders calling signals. He's going to pitch it to Darris, and he's going to have a clean run to the end zone for the touchdown.
There's a penalty flag.
So Darris gets the 7-yard.
Yeah, holding on.
Yep.
Holding on defense?
Yep. So Darris gets the touchdown.
Oh my goodness.
7 yards out, and it's now 44-8.
Wow. Boy. No, it's against.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Bring it back. And again, you got a whole new line in there, Coach, up front. for Danvers.
Down now and the ball will come out to the 16.
Third down to 16.
And the referee pointed in the wrong direction.
Well, again, you got guys up front who aren't used to playing in there on offense.
I know.
And
Probably was dancing around for about 10 seconds.
So Coakley's back in.
yes, he is. Third down and goal from the 16. With Coakley, the tailback now. And it's going to be a play action, pass to the end zone. Almost intercepted and then almost caught. And Gloucester, James Nelson knocked it away and almost into the arms of Coakley. I think that's the first pass of the half. No, it's not. It's, wait, let me see here. Yeah, it is. That's the first pass of the half, as I have it, Coach.
For
Danvers.
For Danvers,
yeah.
yes.
First pass. So now Zebek will line up a field goal that will come from the 27, maybe. Let me see. From the 28. Oh, I'm sorry, from the 23. Yep, so 33-yard attempt for Zebek from the 23. And the holder is Mulaney once again. And everything looks good, and it's a long, high kick. That looks good. It is good. 41-8. 33-yard field goal for Zebek.
41-8.
Well, 9:10 left to go in the game, and clock stopped as we get ready for another kickoff. Another score by Danvers. They've scored in every possession in this game, Coach, except one.
Pretty impressive.
Very much so.
Because Gloucester's no slouch, that's for sure, you know.
You got everybody in, right?
Well, score is now 41-8 with 9:10 left to go, and touchdowns by Danvers. Borders has a pair, Zebek has the field goal, let me see, and Coakley has 3 touchdowns. 1, 2, 3. So that's the scoring. And as I said, they've scored on every single possession except one.
I just don't know what was it.
So 9:10 left to go. No first downs for Gloucester in this second half, I believe. Oh, no, they got one. I'm sorry. On this
Well, that blocked punt just really deflated Gloucester.
No, they don't have any first downs. Yeah, they did. No first downs in this half for Gloucester. And let's see. Few people, yeah, the crowd is thinning out now, going home to dinner. It is officially afternoon on Thanksgiving Day. And happy Thanksgiving once again, everyone. I'm Rick Moore, along with Paul Ingram, our streamographer Andrew Nicastro, and our producer and engineer Bill Proposki. A long, long, long morning for Gloucester and a terrific morning for Danvers. So Zebek gets his foot under it, and it's a high kick that's going to be fielded at the 28. Brought back to the 30, to the 35, and it's Cameron leaping over the 40 to about the 42. Eric Cameron with a return for Gloucester. So the Fishermen will look to try to make the score a little more respectable, but they haven't been able to do anything in the second half. 0 first downs. Don't forget our North Shore Sports Talk Show, North Shore Sports Night, 7 o'clock on Monday. Tim Kearns and I will be talking about this one and plenty others. Is that a fumble? Nope. Handoff. Run play. Sanfilippo to his left, then cuts it back to the middle, breaks the tackle at the 50, goes outside, back inside. He may go all the way. 30, 20, 10, and there it is. Touchdown. So you've got big change on defense for the Falcons, and they give up the long touchdown by Christian Sanfilippo. Where's the line of scrimmage? 42? I lost it. I think it was the 42. So we'll call it a 58-yard touchdown by Sanfilippo. And so now it's 41-14. Second touchdown by Sanfilippo. And they'll go for 2. Will the Fisherman. Double handoff. Cameron coming around the other side. I don't think he's going to make it, and he doesn't. Doesn't get there, so the score remains 41-14, Danvers. So one quick play of 58 yards for Gloucester, and they have cut the gap to 41-14.
Oh, looks like Coakley's hurt.
Well, that's not good. 226 yards of offense, 23 carries for San Filippo. That's just equipment repair, isn't it?
No, he's
taking off.
He's hobbling.
He is. He's taking off some kind of a wrap or a brace.
They got a kid they're taking off. It doesn't matter. You can do it.
Yeah, Coakley is getting some assists going off the field. My. Wow. So he was out there on defense. Well,
yeah, there were some starters still out there.
Well, it's a terrific run by San Filippo, adding to his totals. Record totals for Gloucester High School. 23 carries, 226 yards in this one. 2 touchdowns. But it's palindromic score, 41-14. Danvers leading. So, does Gloucester do the onside? They did this against Marblehead when they were down big. Did the onside kick and scored a touchdown later on. And let's see. Nope. Going to be a short, high kick. That's going to bounce at the 30. Picked up by a receiver, tripped up. Going to retreat to his 20, back to his 15-yard line. So the return by Matt McCarthy, a sophomore. And Danvers will set up at their own 20. 8:33 left to go in the ball game. Falcons starting at their own 20. And a great year for the Danvers Falcons. Running into trouble, of course, against North Reading. But terrific year. This will be their 9th win.
Just a note here, too. A lot of times, Danvers probably wants to get their second unit in, but if Gloucester leaves their first defense in, it's hard for them. So typically, if the game's out of reach, both teams will go with the younger kids.
Coach Sean Terrio in his 3rd season. This will be his 23rd career win at Danvers High School with 11 losses. Yeah, and you don't want anybody to get hurt because of mismatches in size and experience. Coakley, quarterback is Borders, hands off to Darris, who goes across the line of scrimmage and gets a couple. At the 22. What? Line of scrimmage was the 15. And so it's at the 17, 2-yard gain. Clock rolling with 8 minutes left to go in this ball game. Next up, of course, will be a week from Saturday. 3:30 start, scheduled start from Gillette. It will be Marblehead versus Falmouth for the Division IIA state title. Duxbury has already won the Eastern Massachusetts state title, or Eastern Massachusetts title. So a little mix-up in the backfield, kept by Borders, and he still gets a yard out of it.
According to Nick Kukru, Duxbury lost to Marshfield 53-0. However, Duxbury didn't play their starters at all.
Yeah.
So
that's
that's tough to.
What do you do? Yeah.
I don't know, but because people come to the game, they want to see a competitive game, and boy, I don't think I'd ever sit down my starters.
That's that's a topic for debate. We got to talk about that on Monday night.
Well, yeah, I mean,
and what does that do for either school?
They were undefeated.
What does it do for either team?
Yeah, not much. I mean, it's not fun to watch.
Wow, that's a stunner. So we have a new quarterback in the game, I believe, for Danvers. We do, and it's going to be Milani, who goes to his left, and he's dumped at the 15. And he started the game against Winthrop, of course, played against Winthrop in the game we did here in our season opener, way back. Time go that fast, Coach, when you were coaching, how fast it goes, the season?
Yeah, it really drags preseason. The first week we used to have double sessions, so we'd start at 6 and leave at 6. and you feel like you're never going to get to the season, but once it gets going.
Yeah. All right, here's a punt that will be not fielded by Gloucester. It's just going to roll down to the Gloucester 41. 6:02, the clock moving and stopping.
I believe Gloucester's still got their first offense in. Yeah.
So the ball will start at the 41 for Gloucester. Well, a tremendous season for Danvers and a tremendous game for the Falcons. Just really sticking it to Gloucester today. All right, Young is still the quarterback. Sanfilippo in the backfield, I believe, or is he? Yep, he is. Gets the handoff, goes to the left side. Stopped after a short game to the 45. 2nd and 6 for Gloucester. Another carry for Christian Sanfilippo. 24 carries, 230 yards, 2 touchdowns in this one. Well, you think when you get 230 yards from your running back that you'd be in the lead. And you're down by 27.
Well, they just can't stop Danvers.
No, and this is the second time in the game Danvers was stopped, and they had, some different players in. 5.5 left to go. Clock moving. Sun coming out here at Dr. Deering. Sanfilippo the run. Doesn't get to the line of scrimmage. No, sir. So that is Sanfilippo's 25th carry. No gain. You did have a long bus ride here home from Danvers one year, didn't you?
I think I'm still on the bus.
I was going to say. And pass over the middle, complete. Oh my! At the looks like it's close to the first down, as there was a rifle shot to Emerson, who pulled it in traffic, and he was clobbered from behind at the 49 of Danvers. No, it's right at the 50. It's short of the first down, and Emerson is still down.
He's been a pleasant surprise for Gloucester. He was hurt all last year, and he's played multiple positions, and really good kid, and really, I'll tell you, he catches the ball almost under any circumstances.
Well, he was up in traffic, and he was,
Yeah, you got to come
exposed.
back to the ball, otherwise you get your, they call it hanging out to dry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was clobbered from behind, and he's down on a knee being tended to by Mary Ellen. And Coach, Coach really out there? Well, that's smart. He's going to be okay. Whew, mercy.
Yeah. You know, it's one thing to anticipate a hit, but it's another thing when you just don't know it's coming.
How about Lynn English leading Lynn Classical? They scored with 3 seconds left in the game. And English leads 20-15. How about that? Oh, man. Heard a strange score. Did you mention the Duxbury score? You did. On air. That's right. Interesting score of Masconomet and Everett as well. I wonder if Everett's resting their starters. Jermaine Edward does not get the first down. Yeah, he does. Oh no, they had the first down. They gave it to him, so he gets 2 yards. And they've given the first down. Looked like it was a little short, but the ball actually was put down at the Danvers 49 for the first down. And then Edward gets it to the 48, maybe a 1-yard gain. 2nd and 9. Gloucester right back to the line of scrimmage. Sanfilippo with the carry, puts his head down, squares his shoulders, and is met at the 45. Gets another yard to the 44. Whew.
Danvers is a real physical team. I mean, they really tackle and they really block. I'm very impressed with them today, especially.
Gloucester again right at the line of scrimmage after the 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6 for Sanfilippo. Gets the pitch. Cuts it outside and close to the first down. Tackled by Mark Cordoba, Jr. into the game.
See one of the fans down there knitting.
Well, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I don't know either.
That's first down at the 38. 6 more yards. Oh boy, let's see here. 3 minutes left to go. Young wants to pass. He's got time, and he doesn't have time. He loses the ball. They're going to call it an incompleted pass.
He's calling it, yeah. Well,
Wouldn't that be intentional grounding then?
Well,
If they're going to call it an incompleted pass?
no, 9 was Sanfilippo was near the ball, but
Oh, okay.
I didn't think his arm was moving forward.
No, it didn't look like it. Well, Gloucester catches a break on the incompletion. It'll be 2nd and 10. 3 minutes left to go in the ball game. So Young started 3 for 4 for 51, but he's completed 1 pass for 8 yards since then. Cameron in motion. Young looking short, complete to Sanfilippo at the 35, and goes down to the 30, short of the first down, 3rd down. It's at the 30, 8-yard gain. 3rd and 2. Sanfilippo. Ooh, did he get the first down?
It has. And you know what? The kids are
It was 3rd and 2. He got a couple. Male and the short. No, he only got 1. 4th down and 1 to go. Gloucester right back to the line of scrimmage. Sanfilippo was the wing to the left in the shoot-a-shoe formation. And it's kept by Young. He goes backwards. He goes forward. And I don't know. It's going to all depend on where they put it.
Fortunate there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they got it. They got it right at the 27. That's where he needed to get it. That's where he got it. Maybe an extra yard. Cowabunga. Okay. Clock still moving. Young gets the first down. And Sanfilippo gets the handoff sweeping to his right. Gets the first down and more. 20, 10. Dragging tacklers into the end zone. Another touchdown for Christian Sanfilippo. 27 yards.
27-yard touchdown run by Sanfilippo.
Making the score 41-20. Danvers. Another touchdown for Sanfilippo. This time it's from 27 yards out. Minute and 32 left to go. 41-20 is the score for Gloucester. 11 plays, 59 yards. They'll go for 2. Really nice day outside with no wind. Beautiful late fall day. Young slips. And it's intercepted. Could be returned for 2. And Danvers still has it. And Moriarty, I think it is, brings it back to the 23. So it was intercepted, which could have been returned for 2, and brings back one of the great plays in Super Bowl history for you, Coach. Talk about that one again at BU. That was amazing. You were down 19-0. Opposition's going for 2.
Yeah, we were playing Foxborough at, I think it was really late at night, too. And
it was cold.
But
you're down
Brian
19-0.
Picked up I don't know if it was a blocked extra point, but Brian Harnish picked it up, and he ran 100 yards. Well, he ran the whole way for the 2 points, but I think he ran 200 yards.
Remember that sideline to sideline, and people just chasing him all over the field, and that made the score 19-2 at the half.
Yeah.
And you came back and won the game.
Yeah, we did.
What happened in the locker room? What was the feeling?
Well, I don't know. We just we made some plays on offense and defense, and Adam Orlando had a big run on just an off-tackle play, and Jimmy Eunice had a great game, and I believe we got a
onside kick. Is not going to go. No, it does go 10. I think Gloucester may have picked it up. I can't remember. Did Foxborough score in the second half in that game?
I don't know. I don't remember the final score, but it was. They had some talent. We had some talent. Really good players on both sides of the field.
I still remember that game. I still remember Harnish with the run back, and that was amazing. 19-0, and he returns it for 2 points after running 2 or 3 miles.
Christian Mackey played, and Jimmy Eunice and Nolan Palazzola. Had a very good team.
I see Jack Palazzola in the stands here at Danvers. a relative. Play action. Young. Tipped and caught. No, incomplete.
It's tipped incomplete.
Gloucester did recover the onside kick at the Danvers 43. Stops the clock with 1:24 left to go. On this Thanksgiving afternoon, just a gorgeous day right now. Gloucester fans heading for the exits, as they say. Beautiful facility, too, here at Danvers High School. Great new field, great new high school. Just awesome. Cameron will set up on the right side. Now we'll go back to the left. Young, still a quarterback. Gloucester starter, still in the game. Hand off to Sanfilippo. Going to cut it outside to the 40, to the 30, to the inside the 30. So,
well, Copley's back in the game too, so
that's good to see. Copley's okay, shaking off whatever was bothering his leg. Ball is at the Danvers 27. And clock moving with 1:11 left. Sanfilippo to the right. Tripped up in the backfield, stopped for no gain. At this point, he's got to be tired. That's his 30th carry. He needs 17 more yards for 300 with 56 seconds left to go. And that's about the only positive note you could say for Gloucester, although they it just didn't go right for them. Danvers just tremendous on offense and defense today. Double handoff. Cameron coming around to the left side. Still in the backfield and barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Clock moving, he stayed in bounds. Last 30 seconds of the season coming up. And let's see. Ball's at the 25, so it is a 2-yard gain. Clock moving with 22 seconds left to go. And Young wants to pass. Throwing it over the middle. And again, his receiver is clobbered as it's incomplete at about the 12. Who was that? Brandon Rivera Jr., 6 feet 185. He's got some height. Stops the clock with 13 seconds left. And I guess it is academic that it's 4th down. 8 yards to go for the first down with only 13 seconds left. Gloucester trailing by 21 points. All Danvers here today. All Danvers all the time. They scored on all their possessions except one. And then late in the game, they also didn't score on another one when they had some substitutes in. Sanfilippo, the carry. He may go. He's headed for the end zone. And he does get in. Touchdown Sanfilippo from 25 yards out.
That's
third in a row,
I believe.
Yeah, that should do it. Let me just write down the 25 yards and add it to his totals. And Sanfilippo goes over 300 yards on the ground. 318 yards on the ground. 31 carries, 3 touchdowns. Score now is 41-26. And that's a case where stats don't mean anything, except for the score. 41-26. Well, that'll do it, and we'll wrap it up for, I guess, kind of quickly here, Coach. The scoring early and often for the Falcons. Cassateri, the point after. It's good. Oh, it's good. Yep. And that's the game. 41-27. So we'll take a break, come back, wrap this thing up very quickly from Dr. Daring Stadium on Thanksgiving morning. The trophy, you're going to keep an eye on that, Coach, belongs to Danvers, winning 41-27 over Gloucester. We'll be back.
The Gloucester House Restaurant at historic Seven Seas Wharf, 63 Roger Street, Gloucester. This is owner Lenny Linquata.
We provide service and product better than anybody else. It comes directly from our boats right to your plate. We have fishermen that work great for us. We are wholesalers that we buy what we want to serve to our customers, and we put the rest of it right out in the market.
The Gloucester House Restaurant. Visit thegloucesterhouse.com.
This is the freshest seafood you can get from our boats to your plate.
For team uniforms and your business's corporate apparel, choose Sarkeesian Sportswear, Route 1 South in Peabody. Why Sarkeesians? It's quality. Owner Sarkis Sarkeesian.
Quality is not only the type of apparel you get and the cleanliness and the professionalism that's used in making that. The quality is in the customer service that we provide from the beginning to the end of the whole process of getting you the type of apparel or uniforms that you're looking for.
Sarkeesian Sportswear, Route 1 South Peabody, SarkeesianSports.com.
Hi, folks. This is Gerard Moynihan of Moynihan Lumber, and I want to wish all of our listeners a very happy Thanksgiving Day. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the announcers who week in and week out do such a great job in bringing the action to all of us. Bill Newell, Rick Moore, Tim Kearns work very hard to present the best coverage possible. I also want to congratulate all the coaches and players who are involved, as well as all other people, young and old, in each city and town, who contribute in some way to making this day so special for sports fans across the North Shore. Whatever the game of your choice may be, and whatever its outcome, I hope your day will be filled with pleasant memories spent among family and close friends.
Score early and often this fall with a low-rate residential loan from the Institution for Savings. The Institution for Savings has fantastic rates, low or no fees, great service, and prompt turnaround. Plus, we service our mortgages in-house, so help is always a local phone call away. For more information or to apply online 24/7, visit institutionforsavingsloans.com or call us at 978-462-2344. Institution for Savings, member FDIC and DIF, equal housing lender. MSONEWSports.com, MSO Radio.
Well, we're seeing a good display of sportsmanship.
I was just
down
going
in
to
the field,
say that,
Coach.
Rick. You know, every time I've been involved with it, it's been like a brawl for the. That was very classy by both teams. The captains of Gloucester brought the trophy out and gave it to the captains of Danvers. Very well done.
Well done. A lot of respect among the two schools, between the two schools, among the players and coaches. And Danvers, man, did they earn it, deserve it, and everything else. They just totally dominated in this game, Coach. Final stats won't show that due to the fact that I think you could call it garbage time. But 41-27 for Danvers. They started early and often. Dean Borders, 1 yard out. 7:14 left to go in the first quarter. That was an 8-play, 72-yard touchdown drive. Taj Coakley, a 35-yard touchdown from Borders at 9:18 of the second quarter. Made it 15-0, 2-point conversion at that point. Then Christian Sanfilippo cut the lead. Looked like it was going to be a close game. 15-8 with 7:34 left to go. Sanfilippo, a 25-yard run. 7:34 left to go in the half. 4 plays, 77 yards. And it was a game, 15-8. But then Taj Coakley, 2-yard touchdown run. 8 plays, 57 yards for the Falcons. 17 seconds left to go in the half. 23-8. Turning point in the game. Gloucester comes back in the second half. Punt is blocked. Coakley, 5-yard touchdown run. 7:41 left to go in the game. It's 31-8. Gloucester stopped 4th and 2 in the next possession at the Danvers 43 or at their own 43. Borders taking it in after a 3-play, 43-yard touchdown drive on the change of possession, and it's at 5:36. It's 38-8 Danvers. Zebek answers the final scoring with a 33-yard field goal. 9:10 left to go in the ball game. 41-8. And then Christian Sanfilippo with 3 touchdowns at garbage time, a 58-yarder, a 27-yarder, and a 25-yarder, getting the score to 41-27. Statistically, it's kind of weird. Gloucester outgained Danvers 277-264, but it was the passing of Dean Borders in that first half, 7 out of 9 for 137, that just set Danvers up so well, and then field possession in the second half with the big lead. Christian Sanfilippo, a big day for him, 31 carries, 318 yards from scrimmage, and 4 touchdowns for Christian Sanfilippo. But it's Danvers Day, 41-27. Congratulations to Coach Sean Terrio. He now is 23-11 in his career at Danvers, and the Falcons go to 9-2. Gloucester, meanwhile, not a shabby season at all. He finished at 8-3. Coach Zerilli in his 6th season, now 38-29.
Well, every aspect of the game Danvers controlled, and like you say, the score is not indicative of really how the game went. The kicking game, the line play, the tackling of Danvers, and certainly they had a lot of talent. I was impressed, and I just want to say I think having Bruce Rich on the staff has really helped Danvers. I think he runs the office. I'm not sure, but boy, they really came with a lot of multiple plays, and they could grind it out. They could throw the ball. They threw a couple of screens that were big plays. So very impressive team, and Gloucester. They just kind of got outmanned today, and but they had a great season, and the coaches did a great job, and it's there's no guarantees. So,
and I don't know if it's worth mentioning, but Danvers, the discipline they have, no stupid penalties in anything that we saw this year.
Yeah, they didn't. Really, nothing that you can even think of. I think there was maybe one, it was on one of the touchdowns that he got called back. But other than that, very smart team. Very, they had an air about them too that they confidence, and I think physically they're really in great shape, and I think they're strong and quick. I really do, after watching them play several times.
Well, congratulations to Coach Sean Theriault. Thanks to Coach Theriault and to Athletic Director Andy St. Pierre for all their help this year in setting us up here at the home and away games for Danvers. And also thanks to Julie Smith, the Athletic Director at Gloucester High School, and to Coach Tony Zarilli for Fisherman Forecast every week. I drove him crazy with my interviews, but I do appreciate his help. We're on to Foxborough a week from Saturday, Coach. Maybe Monday night we can talk about that if you'll be available.
Yeah, yes, I'd love to talk. I know a little bit about Falmouth, so I can add a little something.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe.
That'd be terrific. All right, Coach, happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for your help.
Thanks, Rick. And,
all right.
Same to you.
Once again, congratulations to Danvers as they win this one by a score of 41-27. On behalf of Paul Ingram, our producer and engineer Bill Proposki, and our streamographer Andrew Nicastro, I'm Rick Moore. Happy Thanksgiving.